Running.
Good day, everyone out there. It is another beautiful day again with us at Upper Reporters and Talk, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and candid opinion on the issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare in Edo State across Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. Today is the first day of the month of March 2024. And we are live in the studio for our eighth episode of the program. Today, there are very exciting topics on the table. But first, I would like to introduce myself. I am Obizo J. I'm going to be your moderator and the co-host, or be a moderator and the host of the day. And to my left on the screen is my co-host. Co-host, please introduce yourself.
All right. Thank you, my moderator and co-host. Yeah, my name is Tornado. I'm streaming from the city of the rising sun, Japan. Today we get a very exciting topic for ground we will talk about, and we'll invite everybody, make everybody come gather so that we will sit down, talk this matter as we want to talk. So right now, I did move on to my co-host. We can start the matter. We could dive into it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, Mr. Tedo, or rather, Mr. Tuniedo from the other part of the world. As we start today, yes, like I said, there are going to be very interesting topics to discuss. Uh, Before we have our viewers coming to the studio or coming around us, first, I would like to say the rules. When you come into the studio, on the right side of your screen, there's a private chat. When you come into the studio, please, on the private chat, indicate that you want to make a contribution, that you have something to say, so we can put you in, or we can call you in to make your contributions as it comes. But now, back to the table. We have very interesting topics to discuss about. First, we're going to be talking about the crisis in political parties, because it is obvious they are disgruntled members in several parties, and it lingers. Oh, the problem, the crisis doesn't end. So we are going to talk about it, and we are going to wait till our guests come into the studio so we can deliberate it together and get a candid opinion and an unbiased opinion from our guests. The second topic is the development in Edo State. Um, we are going to be talking about development since 1999. I'm going to hit about the development in the last 8 years, because we know democracy has been in play for since 1999, and we have had the four governors now, or three governors, if I have to say. But we are going to talk about the development of Godwin Obaseki and how far he has gone and how far we can rate him. That is the second topic of the day. The third topic will be zoning. Zoning in Nigerian politics. We're going to talk about zoning. Does zoning divide or unite the people? What unites the people in politics? In Nigerian politics, what are the terms, or what are these things that unite the people? That is a topic that we have to decide on. That will be a topic that we have to discuss about, because we have to bring ideas. We like to know what people have thinking in them. We like to know what people would fancy when it comes to politics, and why there are no inclusion in this politics. Then last of all, the topic, like we did, this is an old topic that we have discussed before, is going to be youth involvement in Nigerian politics. First, we have to know, so that we have to discuss or give an idea or talk about what we think, or how old, or the age that constitutes of Nigerian youth. How do we rate the youth? How old is the youth supposed to be? From what age or what age ranges do we consider as a youth in our term, in our Nigerian political term? Uh, Thank you again for coming to the studio. Happy New Month. Yes, we have to start with the first. We'll go by with the first topic of the day, which is the crisis in political parties. As it has been, we know the political party primaries have been held, and while it was held, candidates emerged. But while candidates emerged, there were other people from the parties that were disgruntled, feeling that they were disenfranchised by the process. And now some people are asking for a free and fair process. Or whilst they feel they had a free and fair process, they are demanding for certificates of return. First of all, is the PDP. I like to talk about the PDP. We have a sitting governor, we have a sitting deputy governor that claims that he has gone by the books, that in every manner the real delegates voted for him, and according to the calendar, the PDP electoral calendar, he has ticked every box, and he has met every requirement. So he's requiring or seeking or coming to the house to ask for a certificate of return. Right in the studio, we have Mr. Agariva Kennedy. Mr. Agariva Kennedy, thank you for coming, for being in the studio with us today. I would like to first ask my co-host, or first I'd like to ask Mr. Agariva. Thank you for coming. How do you see the case of the PDP deputy governor, who is supposed to be in the seat, having a disgruntled feeling about the PDP process in the primary and saying he wants to go to court? Is he right about it? Is he going the right way? Why do we keep experiencing crisis in political parties?
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir.
Pleasure to be here again. In fact, is for PDP, a political party as big as PDP, you see, it's appalling the way our politicians behave. And sometimes, if you look at the in-depth of what Shuaibu is doing, you feel ashamed, because he is supposed to be educated. He is supposed to know what the rules are. He's supposed to know what the Constitution says. From the onset, there has been a problem. There have been problems between himself and the governor about his ambition. And, governor and the deputy governor is a joint ticket. And when they were campaigning, when Oshomole was about to rubbish them, we in diaspora stood up, and other people from all over the world and Nigeria stood up and said, there's an intimidation, and we wouldn't like Obaseki to be intimidated. Not that he was so good, but because of the intimidation, Oshomole trying to play that godfather role and saying he wouldn't get a ticket. To the extent they were saying they screened him out. When the moment he was screened out, the deputy was equally screened out, because it's a joint ticket. They said he was not educated and all that. From the look of things, Obaseki is very educated. He went to University of Ibadan and all that. That was just an intimidation. We stood up for him, and both of them, they went around Edo State campaigning, telling all Edo indigents that they would like the next ticket to go to Edo Central, and Shuaibu was there. He campaigned alongside with Obaseki, and after some years, he came out to say he has an ambition. He wants. You see, the way these politicians behave is very shameful sometimes. And he didn't take part in that primaries. He just probably declared himself in his own home, and now he's saying he wants a certificate of return. That is shameful. He's supposed to be at least close to a youth. He's about 50 years old, between 50 and 53. He's supposed to behave normally, but the way he's going now, I think he's just destroying his political career. That he's not doing things the right way. He should chill. He's still a young man. After this dispensation, he can come back and fight for the position of the governor, because he's a young man. He has been to House of Assembly. He has been to House of Representative. He was a speaker and deputy governor for 8 years. What does he want? But anyway, he should retrace his step, and so that his political capital will be, will regain his political capital. With the way he's going now, I think he's going to mess up his political capital, and he's going to get himself to blame. If we talk about the youthfulness in politics, like I said the other day, it's not about youthfulness anymore. The youth, they are even worse than what the elders are doing. They are the ones that are the thugs. Even if we have a high unemployment rate, but the youth they are not doing themselves no good. They do toggery. Look at what happened in APC, where the youth has to go to the secretariat, started cooking there, vandalizing, stealing air conditioners and television sets and all that. That is nothing to write home about. Look at KABAKA, that is supposed to be the youth leader. He's the one that is, anyway. I see him as a good politician. He has made a 180-degree turn. He went to OKPEBHOLO and declared.
Apologize to the house.
Yeah, he went to OKPEBHOLO. He knelt down. I don't think OKPEBHOLO is senior to KABAKA. So I was so ashamed when I saw him kneeling down and declaring, allegiance to the party and OKPEBHOLO and all that. No, that is shameful. Having belittled OKPEBHOLO and all the other people when he was supporting. Actually, he has supported three people. He supported Yamu, supported Agbona Nyima also. He supported one other person and at least 4 people. He supported Dennis Denko Idaosa, and now he's supporting. He's just jumping from one person to the other. But anyway, I congratulate him because he was able to bring down his pride and went to OKPEBHOLO to declare allegiance. But I want to advise KABAKA, if he wants to survive, he should made fence. He should made fence with the man in Texas. I don't know if Texas. Iranomigo is ready to destroy KABAKA to any length. He should go and settle with Iranomigo if he wants to have peace. So I'll leave it here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it, you breaking down and dissecting all the information. But like we say, everybody has the right to come into to try. Everybody has a right to go for electoral positions, and with the way the deputy governor is going, um, the question still goes: does he not know, or is he not aware of the governor's plan, or what was the plan before now? Because if a ticket is picked, or if people they pick a governor with his candidate. So it is a belief that the deputy, or a governor with his deputy, he believes the deputy is always in alliance with his governor. Why is it? Why? What is the issue? Why does it mean the governor and the deputy are not in terms of the right path, or like they say, zoning? Okay, let me bring zoning into it. Does the deputy not believe in zoning, as it is a gentleman's agreement? Why is the deputy showing us his? I would say, or would I say, he's being too He's been too much on the forefront, and he's taking. He actually came with a point. He said he met with the guidelines of the PDP. He didn't break any rules, and he was ready to go to court. Is that not going to determine? Is that not going to determine or distract the people or distract the party from moving forward? Why? How?
Actually, he broke the rules. He broke the rules. He's just, I think, in my own opinion, I think he's a spoiler. He's a spoiler. Probably, these politicians. If you are not a politician, you wouldn't know what goes through their mind. These politicians that will agree on a certain issue 12 o'clock or let's say 8 o'clock in the evening, and at about 11 p.m. they've had a different meeting and agreed on something else. If you are not there, you wouldn't know what is going on. These people are heartless. This man may just have been paid by somebody to cause a distraction. That's probably what he's doing. This man, he knows he's going nowhere, but he just wants to be able to cause enough distraction so that he may have been paid. These people, they are just after money. They are not after you and I. They are not after the entire populace. They just want wherever the money is coming from. That is why they always say there's no permanent friend, no permanent enemy, just permanent interest. Where their interest lies. Shaibu knows he's going nowhere, but he just wants to cause the distraction. Probably he has been paid millions or billions. That will sustain him, and he will definitely ask for donation for his campaign. He may have received a lot of donation from people that are concerned, people that are his fans and all that. So that money is not coming back. They are just interested in money. He just want to cause a distraction. He knows he's going nowhere, because there was no INEC officials in where he declared himself the winner. I don't even know the person who declared him. There was no officials. He was not communicated to INEC the day he'll be having his. These people are very funny. These people are very funny. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Politicians,
But
when we file elections, they are always suspect. But sir, you say what? You want to say something?
yeah, sorry, I heard what you just said.
Okay.
I don't think I love what's happening. I love what's happening, and it's good for our political environment. They should
Yes.
sue themselves. Funny enough, do you think these people care about me and you? They don't give a fuck about any of us. So just because we have personal interests, yes, interest should be shaking. It's good. Let Shuaibu make break cause conflicts in PDP. APC has conflicts too. Labour has conflicts too. They should not be suing themselves. It's good for the politics. It's
But
good for the politics.
But does that not give an opposition that may not have serious concerns? Does that not give them the platform on a platter of gold? Because when there are political party issues and people are in court, this stunts a lot of growth in the party or continuity. I'm not speaking on behalf of PDP, APC, Labour, otherwise.
Same here.
But I'm just saying, when these people come to disrupt what we see, does that not give, that could give, because now the three major parties have issues and they all litigation.
They all have issues. Yes.
If this happens and there is no foul play and everything is worked on a plain level surface, a man from a party that might not be ready might come to win Edo State. And what does that? He brings the whole thing into a shambles.
Daddy J.
Yes.
Sorry to cut you short.
No, it's okay.
Whatever you're seeing happening, that is all the tension and everything that is happening in Benin. It just shows us, one, I would say we are getting there. It shows maturity in our politics. Two, it also shows that we are not doing things right. You understand? Because when you do things right, let's be realistic here. I don't have any grudge against Obaseki. I don't have any grudge against anybody. But the truth is, when you don't do things right, things like this are based to happen. If you were to be in Shuaibu's shoes, you would do the same. If you were to be in other candidates' shoes, you also do the same. So to me, I just feel like me. I will tell you the truth, Daddy J. I really don't give a damn. But one thing I understand is that God should please just give us who we know is credible. Like somebody was telling me like yesterday, oh, have you not seen Igodalo's in Benin Club? Because I'm in Benin Club. Have you not seen Igodalo's
Yes.
portfolio? This. Everybody is thinking about Igodalo's portfolio. But we all know businessmen are not good when it comes to political development. It's the truth, and it's there. We all know. Look at Trump. Trump came from Igodalo's background. Oh, the whole financial background and everything. Now look at the way American is, and look at the way the whole tension and the whole problem they are all facing. So the point I'm trying to make here, I don't have any issue against Igodalo. If he wins, I don't care. I will have my own. I will eat. I will live. I will develop. I will excel, because I've already built myself to that stage. But the truth is, I told the person, I said, what if Igodalo becomes the governor tomorrow and he fails? He was dumbfounded for a while. He was thinking of something to tell me, and the next thing he now said was, we'll vote him out. Daddy J, you know me very well. We were one of the people that fought for Buhari. I voted Buhari twice.
And the outcome was
exactly.
was a disaster.
I had to shut down my Facebook because of that. Today, I can't even look at a lot of people because I feel I'm one of the causes of the whole thing, the whole Buhari thing. We were one of the people that Buhari was the Messiah. Where is he today? Tinubu came. I was one of the people that said, Tinubu is the Messiah. Tinubu is this. Look, so Nigerian problem is deeper. It's deeper than evil Peter Obi. It's deeper than anybody. It's deeper than me and you. Yes, everybody, the old Peter Obi, Razmatas, and everything came about. I live in East. East is like my home. I live in Oka, Ozobulu. I know East, Iala, Oba, what's the other? Agui. Peter Obi was there for 8 years. I didn't see any meaningful projects. Till date, I used to wonder, what did Peter Obi tell the Gen Z that got them all the whole obedient movement? Nothing. Even his godson, Obiano, worked more than Peter Obi in Anambra. The 3 flyovers, they have the flyovers on the Oka-Enugu Express. 3 flyovers. It was built by Obiano. The airport, which they are now flying today, which is competing with Asaba, which has already made Asaba, so they has already taken all the whole interest away from Asaba. Obiano built it, just a community before Oka. I've forgotten the name. So I really don't understand. So the truth is, everybody is talking about, Igodalo's portfolio. The same thing we said about Obaseki. Obaseki'S portfolio. So, my brother, Nigerian problem is deep, very deep. So I really, that's why those statements, I really don't have any interest. I basically know my cousin Olu Akpata is coming out. They added me to the Olu Akpata's group. I deleted myself. They added me to 2 Labour groups. I deleted myself.
What is wrong with he has a beautiful Mr. Olu Akpata, or Barrister Olu Akpata has a beautiful CV as well, and he has been the president of the NBA. Does that not give us something? Don't you think that would give us something different in the Nigerian political space? Somebody with such a magnitude like that. The only reason people say yes, we talk about CVs, and I know Obaseki had a beautiful CV. Yes, and we say sometimes that education or the most beautiful CVs don't guarantee you the best of leadership or the best of
Exactly.
politics. leadership.
Exactly.
We know that, but at this point in time, we cannot just walk away because we are not convinced, or we are not aligning or agreeing to what these politicians do, but we have to be a part of it because we have walked away too long, and that is why things are not going well. Like, okay, the reason for this program, the reason why this program started is to bring the likes of us to a forum. We can deliberate and talk about the solutions going further. If we don't have your opinion, how can we move further? How can we discuss? If we don't come together, these people, we call them these people because we are not involved in government. Even if we are
Yeah.
involved, we are not involved at the helm or the top level of government. But we have to come together. We have to put our heads together
Yeah.
to ensure something goes or something works, or the people can be heard. We want to be that connection with the people and the government. That is why the words of the people are the words of God. When the people say we don't want, all of a sudden it becomes we don't want. And these politicians can act like they don't see it or they don't feel it, but they do. And the stronger we get, the more our message is passed across. We all cannot sit on the back seat. We have to be a part of the government. We have to vote. We have to get our PVCs. I even indulge in people to getting into political parties. It doesn't have to be, yes, I know it might irritate to be in a political party where you see greedy people or people trying to do things for themselves. But our involvement can make things change. When they come into a place and they want to shield your people with money, you get up and be like, no, we don't want money. If they might look at you from the beginning like, why is this guy being crazy or speaking for us all? But if they have 10 people, if they have one at the start and it increases to 10, it can multiply to 100. And at the end, things will change. So first I will say, you have a cousin that is running. I would say you don't have to run away from that because you don't trust the process. The process will never be trusted or never be understood if we shy away from it. We have to pick someone. But now these
No,
political
let me explain.
parties are
I
having
didn't run.
we,
Yeah, I
we
didn't
have to
run.
pick someone.
Yeah, let me explain. Yes, I'm just trying. I'm trying to be. There's a word I want to use. I don't want to be. Okay, let me just say, I am not running away from the process. You understand? I'm not running away from the process. I am still. I'm still examining the process. You understand? I'm still examining the process. I want the process to be genuine, because one thing I've noticed about process is that there's just so many hypocrisy when it comes to process. There's just so many wrong people when it comes to process. I don't have issues with whoever wants to be a governor. I don't. At the point I am now, I really, my own is Edo State. Whoever wants to be a governor of Edo State should be should be someone who believes in developing Edo State. You understand?
Yes,
Not just myopic development, serious futuristic development. Like you can see the old Lagos blue ray and red ray. Ray lines now, and which President Tinubu launched. He launched the red ray just a couple of days back. So we need those kind of developments in Benin. It's not just to be speaking grammar. Show walking, serious walking. The money is there. It's not just to be speaking grammar, showing us your portfolio. Who give a fuck? Before you became before you became an expert, what are your antecedents in the state? I think people are getting that wrong. You have to look at somebody's body language. You have to look at how it's not just about, you have to look at his level of relationship. Yes, everybody are not one. Some people are money bags. But if you are money bags, that's even the more reason why we have to look at your relationship. How you have been able to elevate humanity, how you have been able to elevate Edolites. little things matters a lot. Nobody is saying that, oh, when before, as in an aspirant, oh, come and asphalt my road, oh, come and bring. Nobody is saying that, because you are not the governor of the state. But there are private individuals that have done things that are showable. We
Yes,
had
I agree.
Gabriel Igbinedion, Esama of Benin, has never ruled those states or Bende State. But Esama of Benin was someone who did things that are unimaginable from a private individual. Somebody that has never been I'm not talking about the son, Esama, somebody that has never been in government. You can see roads, you can see things, you can see schools, you can see how he has brought up funds to in things of development in Bende. Then when we now had those states, you can see things. Esama has never gone to any launching that is not the highest donor. Those things count, and those were the things that give birth to his son being the governor of the state. So many of us, I think we a lot of us just have misplaced priorities. Oh, IGHODALO has a beautiful portfolio. Show what you have done with your beautiful portfolio in Edo State. Yes. I don't have any issues with him. Oh, Olu Akpata, MPA. I was part of the people. I can tell you, I don't even need him to say it. I was part of, but that's why go and check my page. If you check my page on Instagram and other, you will see him. I was part of the movement. I knew what I did. I knew I was calling my friends in various MPAs, in various states, in rivers. I was calling up my friends. Please, Olu Akpata, you people should vote for him. They'll say yes. I remember I was voting, I was calling Kalio, Chike Merikini, Benin MBA, the same thing. Nota MBA, the same thing. Lagos MBA, all my contacts there, I was calling them. I knew I used my media support to push for him in Arise and this day. I'm saying it. Listen, it's not feeding me. I don't give a fuck. I've got it to a stage in my life. Nobody. I'm big because God has blessed me to some extent. But let's see the truth, the way things are. I pray for him when he was nominated. I was happy about it. I gave him a shout out. I called. He didn't pick up. I left him. It's as simple as that. You understand? I called him. He didn't pick up. You understand? He didn't know there was reason why I was calling him. Oh, now you have gotten the nomination for Labour.
Mr. Nogi, let me ask you a question. Are you bitter because you called him many times? He didn't pick up your call. That's why you're on this stage now. Ranting.
I'm not. Listen now. That's why I'm not bitter. I just criticized. I just said something about IGHODALO. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not bitter. But what I'm saying, all those things doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. But what I'm saying, is this show with this whole show. I love it. It's about we coming together. What I'm saying here is that I will always say the truth. I'm not somebody that will hide away from the truth. What I'm saying here is that we should vote a credible candidate that we know can move the state to a greater height.
Okay, when you say so, you're speaking about Asue. I can read comments on the side. So you're speaking about AI, and you're speaking about Barrister Akpata. What about that?
Yeah.
Does that mean you suffice for, or you put your weight? You're going to put your weight on Mr. Monday OKPEBHOLO of the APC, because you haven't said anything about him yet. I'm just bringing you.
Yes, I agree. I talked a couple of days back. I said, okay, we had three credible candidates. Yes, Monday OKPEBHOLO. I don't know him. But I know one or two people around him. But so far, so well. I think I would say let the best man win. Because sometimes when it comes to governance, you need a balance. Obaseki came with the whole financial background, or he came with the whole business. I don't want to say oligarchy. He came with the whole business orientation to the state. Yes, it was beautiful. Listen, the best me. I'm up. One thing I'm happy about. One development I'm happy about that Obaseki did was the Edo GIS. Couple of days back, I was in Palm House because I have something to do there. I was in Palm House. I went there trying to get a building plan for a project which I have interest in. And I was with someone that was in the government. And it was my first time for a very long since he did the whole renovation of Palm House. And I got there and I said, Obaseki tried in this Palm House. And he quickly shut me down. And he said something that really touched me. He said, is he not supposed to do it before? Is this an achievement? You are renovating a building that has been there for a very long time. And he said, that's not an achievement. He said, that is not even a legacy. He said, Obaseki should show us what he did, a tangible achievement / a legacy. I was quiet for a while because the old Palm House thing was fine. He did all the whole renovation and everything. And it got to me that even the so-called people in Obaseki'S administrations, in as much they are all following, a lot of them they are not even telling him the truth. You understand? A lot of them are quiet. They are bitter inside because everybody wants development. Everybody wants. At the stage we're all living now, I'm happy if my street in Benin right now is not asphalt. I'm happy if they asphalt it with drainage system and everything. I'm happy if they give me 24 hours light. You understand? I'm happy. I want to see development. It's not about me. It's not about us.
But that doesn't still. But yes, you have given us, Mr. Yes, you have told us.
No, let me finish. Baba J, let me finish. When it comes to now OKPEBHOLO, you will be surprised that OKPEBHOLO, you will even be surprised that OKPEBHOLO might even be the change that we are looking for.
But you say you don't know him, so how can we work with a ghost? You don't know. You say you don't know him. I have never seen anyone that said that.
I am just listening now, Daddy J. It's an assumption. I'm well assuming here.
Okay.
Nobody, even IGHODALO, nobody knows him. Nobody knows him.
Yeah, but there are antecedents of his records. You can't with their records.
When I said nobody knows him, can you when I said nobody knows him, can you look at yourself and vouch for him that he's going to be a fantastic governor? No, tell me. Let's be realistic.
Realistically, I have always said, in time, when we have candidates come up, when we have candidates that emerge, or when political parties present these people, or when these people come out to say they want to vie for political positions, what I do first, right from the onset, I always go into their CV. I personally do my own research because I don't go around jumping into bandwagons to generalize what I see on social media. I go into the internet and I try to figure out what I can learn or what I can know about any candidates. Honestly, that was what I did. The first time I saw AI, or rather, the first time AI was brought to my knowledge, I did a research. I saw his resume and I was impressed. And I said, this man has something to put in front of him. And I would wonder if any other political party can bring someone as huge as this to tackle it. There were rumors about Mr. Ag Imokwede, about APC fielding Mr. Ag Imokwede because he falls into a man with such a standard resume, and he falls into the quote Edo Central demographic. There were rumors about this, but like we heard, because there were rumors, we heard that Mr. Ag Imokwede said he was not interested in being in the Nigerian politics or the Edo politics. So you can understand when you see a man with such a, we have to, regardless of the Nigerian politics or how shrewd he can be or how dirty people say he can get, the man has something to offer. Even if he does, he has never been in politics before, because people say you have not been in politics, you have not done. I am not saying that's a guarantee that he's going to be a great governor or he's going to be a great leader, but his antecedents on record, you can tell by what he has done before. So bringing that and bringing Mr. OKPEBHOLO in, I don't Mr. OKPEBHOLO, we cannot know. People just come up and say, yes, he has been in the Senate, or he has been. The information we got, they were a bit contradictory. We can say, yes, Mr. AI or Barrister AI is 64 years. Barrister Olumide Akpata is 51 years. But we don't know how old Mr. OKPEBHOLO is. The last time someone said 53 on the program, but I think it was countered and they said he was older than that. So that is why I'm saying we should come to a point where nobody should tell us about a candidate, but we can go do research by ourselves and get answers. That will give us, that will ease in, it will reduce the burden. That will reduce the burden on us. So when he comes to talk, we listen to what he says, not going to find out what he has done. We already know what he has done. It's on paper. And it's loud. So when we get that, all we need to do is listen to him. But when you don't know about somebody, I'm not campaigning here. I'm trying to tell you what I do. When we are here, when he comes, if any of these candidates come, we can ask questions from his antecedents. I don't even know if Mr. OKPEBHOLO comes. We need to ask him, excuse me, sir, please, how old are you? Are we supposed to start? Is that supposed to be a question when we see a candidate? Or tell us your background. You don't have to go. We're in the light age. So going back to say, yeah, he doesn't, and he has not. Again, people want to see things that, yes, has been connected to the city or the state where he's coming to represent. Yeah, but for me, like I said, I go into your resume. I go into the resume of a candidate, I see it, I applaud it, and I say, yes, this person has something to do. Like the Osinbajo resume. When Osinbajo bought his form to become for presidency, I remember I told someone, I said, this man has a resume that beats everything. But people complained. I said, he was part of the government that failed. I said, yes, he can be vice president, he can be a part of president, but I'm not saying he, as an individual or as a person, doesn't hold a big resume, which stands tall in a lot of places. He's smart, he's vast in knowledge, in education. It doesn't guarantee good governance or good leadership. But at least we know we have to.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked what you are saying.
Who?
My
What
brother,
I'm saying? No, yes.
resume.
No, resume can be built. Anybody can have a big resume, but there are no records to show.
That's why I'm looking at. Let me tell you.
Can I come in? Because
I don't want to generalize. I don't want to
Mr.
generalize.
Mr. Nog, hold on a minute. Mr. Nog.
Nogi, please hold. Mr. Agaiva wants to say something. Mr. Agaiva, please, what do you want to say?
Thank you very much. I just please, if you can give me like 2 minutes, I have to quickly go back to
yes, work. Okay.
Okay. I quite understand what everyone has been saying. You see, in politics, it's very more especially in African concept. It's very difficult to profile all these candidates because the one you think might do better might not even be able to do anything. If you look at what
exactly
when Igbinedion was the I think chairman of the local government
chairman.
Yeah, he performed exceedingly well. He was even
more than
coming
the
to the street. Yes, he was even coming to the street to help in the construction and the digging of the gutters and all that. But when he became governor, yes, when he became governor, he did nothing. I think the performance of his father as a humanitarian was what bamboozled everybody to vote Igbinedion Lucky at that time. So I think we don't have to rely on whether a resume or no resume. The person with lower resume or lesser resume might be able to do better. My advice now is they should all come out and debate. We should call them out for a debate. So look at what is happening. Tinubu refused to come out for debate. Look at what we are going through today. He was ranting the other day that he wants to take blame for all these things. He doesn't even know that this was like this was like this. We called him out for debate. He refused. We should have been able to ask him all these questions and be able to ascertain whether he could be a good leader or not. But he never showed. Even Buhari never showed up for debate in his second term. So if these people are ready, they should come out for debate. Let us profile them. Let us ask them serious questions, and from there we should be able to know who is ready to work and who is not ready to. Though that might not be 100%. That is a few ways I want to contribute. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I like that. Thank you for your contribution, Mr. Garima. But like I still say, coming to debate or not coming to debate does not give any yardstick. People go to debates to say what they want. In election, before election, there are campaigns. People come to tell you their dreams. People write magic in manifestos. These things are just to make the people fall in love with them. It's a different ball game when they get into power. Everybody can guarantee you heaven before elections. Before elections, you see candidates walking through marketplaces without security, hugging people. I remember I have said this before in a program, in one of our episodes. In 93, the Tofa Abiola election, Mr. Kimi was on one of the NRC campaign. He was at a lady's corner where she was roasting corn. He was eating corn and campaigning. That is how far they go before elections. Everybody looks bright and beautiful before elections. It is never a key it's never a key to great leadership. The reason why I'm emphasizing on the yardstick of using the resume is because it gives us a certain standard of what the candidate is. It might not be the answer, but it might give us a level, a standard, where you cannot just bring anyone because he's loyal or he has brought money or he has been a friend to the governor or a good contractor in the past. Then you just bring him into a political space for the people, for him to lead the people. That is why I said the resume. If there's an underlying box they tick in political parties to say before you can be a president of Nigeria, you must be a master's holder in a major educational category. That will streamline a lot of people. I'm telling you, those are standards. I'm not going to use America. I hate to use, when people come, they try to use America as a for comparisons. I don't do that. I don't like to do that but when you want standard, you have to go for standard. Primary 6 certificate cannot be used for governorship as an educational level for governorship or for political positions anywhere in Nigeria. That is why I said resume. You must go through the 4 walls of a tertiary university or a tertiary institution, and you must have some other accolades to your name. It creates standard. It gives proper competition. People will go the length because they know, yes, I know I'm going to lead people. I have to go through a proper scrutiny. I have to go through a proper level of education. I must attain these heights. And when you attain it, you show proof of legacies. You talked about legacy, Mr. Nogusa. Yes. Antecedents, things they have done before, businesses they have created, people they have managed, people they have have developed. That is the way it is. That is what we want. If you say you want to govern, you cannot just come as a ghost and say because you are a politician. Politics is not supposed to be a rounded occupation. Doctors, engineers, lawyers, economics, philosophers, even policemen, as retired, can come to become politicians. You cannot just say, I am a politician, and at the end they call you honorable without a degree or without a certification. That is improper. So this is where I bring the act of resume into it. Whether we say resume or not, it's not a yardstick. A man has gone to 4 walls of any tertiary university. He has done the NYC. He has gone through the law school. He has built a business over time. He has managed people. He has gone to school again. That man took his time to achieve what he achieved, and he did that all by himself. We must applaud it. And we must not put that under the table to say he doesn't give any reason, he might not be a politician. No. We must create standards. For us to grow, we must create standards. If you cannot achieve that, then that means you are not ready to govern the people. You cannot have I'm not saying anybody is uneducated. We are tired of having the uneducated lead the educated. It makes the whole education system a joke. That's my point. So when we talk here, let's bring the resume first. Tell us what you have done. Tell us where you have been. Tell us what you have been doing. Then when you do all that, you come to the table and say, yes, this is it. Then we use that as a yardstick first. Good. Before we go to leadership. Because sometimes governors it's like a dice. Obaseki, people say first 4 years, he was amazing. The second 4 years, has been disastrous. But so in the race of disaster, some people could still pick 1 or 2 things in the second tenure to say, yes, Obaseki did this. He did that, even though there were crises over and over and over again. Obaseki is a governor that has his deputy governor right now as his opposition. So when you look into the brackets, he has not really had time. There's not the unity there for beautiful developments to be made. I'm not saying the deputy has been against him, but we know how it is. But we have to give kudos to him. So back to the topic. Crisis in the first topic, we are still in the first topic, which is crisis in political parties. I would love to read the comments from the YouTube section, because in the house we have only 4 of us here, but on the YouTube I think we have a couple of people. We have a couple of people watching. Welcome to the show, everybody. In case you missed the introduction, this is Upper Reporters and Talk, the program where we discuss and give our unbiased and unreserved opinion on the issues affecting the social, political, and economic welfare in Edo State across Nigeria, connecting Nigerians home and abroad. I know different people are coming in from different parts of the globe. This is your home show. This is a program for everybody, for you and I. Yes, because it is all about our welfare. This is where we discuss the going forward of our state, Edo. Edo is a special state. That's why our elections are not held with the general elections. Everybody would have to sit down. The whole country will have to sit down for Edo to have this election. That is a beauty that we have not seen. This is why we can deliberate. If it was in the general elections, a lot of us here will be focusing on Jagaban, Atiku, or Peter Obi like it was in the last time. We would not have this foresight, or we would not have the idea to see the real governor of our state. That's why some states are falling apart. In the general elections, they think more of the president, and somebody under the table or somebody somewhere will emerge as a governor, either standing or leaning in one of the political parties that is having an upper hand in the state. But it is not so in Edo. Edo is bringing, today, I want to categorically say, Edo candidates are one of the best candidates, governorship candidates in the whole of the country. How does this stand? Because of their resumes. How many times have you had a former MBA? I have not done a research on that. A former MBA president as governorship candidate. I don't know if there's any other a former governorship candidate as president in Nigeria, in any of the states in Nigeria. Have there been one? I need to be corrected. But that will show you how advanced we are getting. Or a man as big as AI. Even Mr. OKPEBHOLO himself. Because I've heard so much about Mr. OKPEBHOLO, even if they come from inner APC caucus members. These are men that we must applaud. And imagine they all come from one state. They come from one state. We should be proud of these people. And there are more. We have more of the likes of the Asues, of the Akpatas, and the IGHODALOs, who are ardent politicians, great entrepreneurs, perfect power builders. So when we see these things, we applaud them, but we want the best. Edo has always craved for the best. Edo has always gotten the best home and abroad. So we should have a governor. We should have a governor. We should have leaders that break barriers. Okay. I said I was going to read I don't know, let me read some of the comments on we have comments on the YouTube channel. Again, if you are coming from YouTube, if you are coming into the show on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. If you're on Facebook, subscribe, like, and share. This is your home platform. Is for every one of us. It is our home. It is our home channel, and we are all together in it. Back to the charts. Mr. Onjilawani said the speaker comes across as an APC. What's the problem with AI right now? He's not well. We have a beautiful portfolio. You saw a party man, my good friend. We can see you coming. Mr. IA said, please, can you tell us what Monday has done in the state? Since you are talking about what AI has done for Edo State. Mr. Mojo says Lagos State Governor did it just now in his last election. I think he was talking about the Blu-ray in Lagos. Mr. Allah says greetings everyone. Then they said that from Mr. Monday's resume, he's well schooled as well. Thank you, Mr. Omojilawani, for educating me on that. I have not said he's not well schooled. I said I have not been privy to his resume. I am not, and I mentioned, I said they're all power holders in the political space. They're all power holders in Edo State. It is not easy for anybody to hold a political flag or a flag bearer in these major political parties in Edo State.
Good evening.
There are no jokers. Yeah, so Diano said, hold on, you are going to be next. I have said it before. There are no jokers. There are no jokers in the state. When the state is presenting their candidates, they come with the best. And this is what we are seeing. This is a great tussle. And I hope the best man wins. But back to Diano saying, please, your contribution to it before we go to the next topic. Can you educate us or tell us what you have to say?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
First, I've been listening. And first, in regards to the Philip Shaibu saga, For me,
Yes.
I think personally, I think it's just it was just a show of shame because, like I always say, if you are desperate, you have ulterior motive, and all he did was just a show of desperation and a show of shame. And I know and I hope he will come back to his senses to let peace reign, because when you look at both primaries, you will know which is right and which is wrong. So I just hope he gets back to his senses and he does what's right. Uh, for his political career, I
Yeah.
don't think I'm in the position to judge if he if his clouds will fall, or that's his personal problem. And in regards this AI in resume, and hey, are we forgetting that Asue IGHODALO was brought to Edo State by Oshomole? And I tell people, especially the APC people, you see Oshomole has been the best governor.
Of
Obaseki'S
course.
first 4 years under APC, he was perfect. When he came to PDP, he did nothing. But Asue IGHODALO has been with Oshomole his 8 years,
Yep.
Obaseki'S first 4 years, and
Yeah.
still Obaseki'S last 4 years. So why
Yep.
is he being judged by just Obaseki'S last 4 years? And we say he's not close to the people. He's coming from Lagos. He's come from Lagos 12 years ago. He's not just coming from Lagos to come and contest the governorship election. No, he's been in Edo State the last 12 years. No, what I'm saying, yeah, the last 15 years, going to 16 years now. And if you talk of the like Akpata, I don't know too much about him. I only knew him as the NBA president, which was a pride as an Edo man. That an Edo man is a non-son. He's an NBA president and an Edo man. That's much I know about him. Monday OKPEBHOLO.
Akpata was also part. Sorry to cut you short. Akpata was also part of the economical body that Oshomole created. Akpata was part of it as well.
Okay. Then Monday OKPEBHOLO. For me, Monday OKPEBHOLO, yeah, I know him. Yeah, but politically, I think this is the first political position he's holding. He's been in the political space, but when we say effect of the people, when everybody say, what have you done to the people? I think AI has done more for Edo people in the last 15 years than any of the other candidates.
Yeah, Mr. Ogenose, thank you. Yes, I like that. I like the contribution. I see there's an inclusivity in all this manner because even Mr. Nogosa has enlightened us that Barrister Akpata has been a part of the political and economic team of Oshomole. That means
Okay.
Oshomole did a lot of things bringing these great men into Edo State politics. Yes, and you see, some people want to see the cosmetic part of politics or the cosmetic part of development, which can relate with them directly. What I say, let me break it down. Some people, an artisan he would prefer a road being tarred than an education standard being raised. He would prefer a road being tarred. A woman that has a shop in the market will dwell more having
Hello.
having a
Hello,
conducive
everyone.
space. Yes, hello. Yeah, hello, we can hear you. Will have a conducive space where she can sell her goods and services than talking about the fiscal policies of any economy. You see, Obaseki has done beautiful, but people are saying he does not have that one-on-one with the people. They are saying the people are far from the government. The people are not feeling the impact of the government just because of the cosmetic part of the development. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here?
Yeah, I understand you. We understand because, like I always
Good.
step, I say development is also relative. Because imagine
Yes.
now you are thinking of railway in Nigeria when we don't have light. We don't have light. Yes, we understand the rail is a good means of transportation, but we are not there yet. We are not there yet. We try to outreach ourselves. You are building a rail without stations. You are building a rail to oblivion just for the name of development. That's not development. That's misplaced priorities. That's why we could say, okay, yeah, Obaseki will say, I'm doing this, the physical, this, the day, but the people are saying the roads are bad. We don't have light. We don't have water. Because that's the stage of development we are in now. The advanced stage, the satellite stage, we're not there yet. We cannot be thinking of going to the moon when poverty is 65%.
Exactly my point. Exactly my
So
point.
that's where I understand with your cosmetic, when you talk about cosmetic development, you are we should be concerned with what we need, not with what we want, because our needs are good roads, light, security. Those are our needs. Not a satellite there or one digital IT there. No, we've not gotten to that stage. And that is where we're getting it wrong. And that is why our politicians are far from the people.
Yes.
Because what the people want is not what they are giving them.
Good. That is why we are saying with a better structure. I'm not here to judge. I'm just bringing my opinion and I'm saying it from what I have heard. I am saying that there are different ways. Some people might judge from the top, some people might judge from the bottom. Regardless of what you are saying, there's no need to bring. We are the next topic on this program is talking about Obaseki's development in Edo State or his achievement. I like it to be rolled out because people that yes, people that would speak for AI at this point will certainly use Obaseki's achievement to campaign for him. But that is that. We are not got to there yet. We are only talking about what people see and how they see things from our leaders. That is what we are speaking about. Nobody wants to say, like I said, everybody is saying, what has this man done for Edo State? What has he done in Edo State? What has he done? They want to see antecedents, right? And you people are bringing Obaseki. Obaseki is not the candidate. Obaseki is a governor, and there are candidates here that we are talking about. And people spoke on for AI and against. So we are just trying to put things on a proper level. But let's get all that out because that was crisis in political parties. Now to the main topic on Obaseki. The development in Edo State. Sometime in the program, I asked what was the rating of Governor Obaseki in his last 8 years. Please, I do not like it when I would not say I do not like it. It is not proper when people say APC, PDP, and all that. Let's forget about parties. Human beings consist of parties and they make parties work. Obaseki's achievement in Edo. I will go around the guests in the house And I want people to tell me from your point of view. I would rather you give me facts because I will do a fact check on whatever you tell me. Obaseki's achievement, how would you rate it? Because Obaseki will be out of Osalebe Avenue very soon. But before he leaves, we have to know what are his achievements and what has he done for the great Edo state. Mr. Ogiano said, you are going to be first in line because you were the last person that spoke. So we are going to talk about, you are going to tell us why we should believe the PDP or the APC, because Obaseki has been a part of both parties, and why we should want continuity from whoever he is supporting. Tell us about Obaseki's achievement that you know.
For me, I would say, how will I put it now? It's for me that would be difficult because for me, I don't rate any government. I've never given any government more than 15% because based on what we have as a state, let me not go the country as a state, based on the resources that we have, no government, even when people say Oshomole has been the best government, no government has, for me, delivered the dividends of democracy.
Are you joking? What I don't understand. Please, could you
None, because have you been to Benin? Have you been to Benin?
No. What you are? No, you tell us what you have seen or what you.
Yeah, see, like that's what I'm saying. Like I said, I cannot rate.
Why? Why
I
can't you?
cannot rate because, like I said, no government from Lucky Grenadier
So,
to Oshomole
Ojalo
to
said
Obaseki
you are trying to
had.
dodge. You are trying
No, I'm not dodging. Like I said, I cannot pinpoint because I have not seen anything.
Wait, did you go there?
The last time I was in, I've not seen anything. Yeah, you could see like they were talking about renovation of Palm House. Or those are not developments. Those are not developments. I don't. When rain fall, it's catastrophe.
Okay, that means you have to say that is a failure.
It,
Then you have to say
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, that's what I said. I cannot in this regard.
My question is a direct question on Governor Obaseki. Don't talk about his predecessors and all that. We'll soon start talking about go on or
No. You don't understand. I don't. You don't understand what I'm saying.
his current governor. Rate him in any way, whether it's good or bad.
Like I said, I don't. I can. I will give him maybe like 14%. I cannot give him more than 15%. Out of 100, yeah.
On development. So are you telling me, besides not seeing good roads or seeing there's nothing else you can bring out from what he has done in 8 years? You mean there's nothing, not even one thing that you have seen in 8 years?
Yeah, they have every government, they have their policies. Like Obaseki, he has this allowed development plan. Yes, there are bits and needs and bits here and there. But like I said, if I want to rate based on what we have, based on my expectations, I don't. I know if it give more than 15%. So I do not base Obaseki's government with Asue IGHODALO. It is not. I don't. Asue IGHODALO is a person. Is this person, and is I don't. For me, they don't. Yeah, is Obaseki's candidate like is my candidate.
Mr. Odense, you are campaigning. And this is not the time to campaign because with campaign, yes, you campaign when it's time to campaign. But right now, what I am saying is rate Mr. Governor, Mr. Obaseki on his achievements. We are not talking about Mr.
Yeah, like my rate, like I said, I'll give him like 14%.
You give him a 14%. That means you see, okay, from the 14% that you are rating him, what are the little things, the achievements? Because you are rating him as a fail. So what are these things that you are rating him 14% for? Because if you say you don't see anything,
Like, I saw some.
things you see. So please tell me the little achievement that you have seen.
Yeah, like this new security center, this call center where you can dial in for, where they have their cameras, where they watch some parts of the metropolis.
Yeah, that was a recent one. I think that one happened like a few, like sometime this year, right? It was
Yeah, well, yeah, those, like I said, those little things, which I still feel, it's as nice as it is, it's not as effective as it should be, because we're still having the normal security problems in the state.
Sorry to say, how long has this program been, as in the security CCTV footages? How long has
It's
it
been going to for months now.
Okay, for not up to a year.
For months, yeah.
Okay. So
So those, like I said, those little bits, like this modification of different of Palm House, the sanitization of the civil service, those little things. Yeah, those are we could call them achievements, but I don't want to call them those things achievements or development, because
okay,
those are things that are supposed to be
okay, good.
normal.
Yes, they are supposed to be normal because
Because they don't even impact the people. Because how does he impact it does only impact the man in Ewatu or in Amedosha?
But when you say the security enhances a lot. If there's a CCTV protection or a camera program, people are employed. People gain employment from it. And whenever the camera faces or the direction, it keeps some kind of it enhances security over there. For a lady selling, having a shop, if there's a camera over her head,
But it's almost irrelevant when you have 18 local governments and you have that just in one local government.
So is it supposed to kick off from 18 local governments?
We are talking of development. You are developing a state.
Are we going to condemn it? Are we going to condemn it because it starts from one place?
No, it's like renovating a building or building something new. They are two different things. You are beautifying what's already in existence, what's already nice. You are beautifying, but the other parts are still in decay.
Yeah, I have Mr. Jado Otor, and he sent a message on Facebook. Mr. Jado Otor, sorry, I apologize. I know you're on Facebook and you have been commenting there. But I like that question that I have given to Mr. Odiano said. But before I go into that, let me go straight. Mr. Odiano said, Mr. Jado Otoye, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, said, what do you think Asue will do differently to catapult Edo State to greater heights? What do you think? Because if you rate the governor at this point 14%, what do you think the Asue IGHODALO would do to? I don't
want would or should?
He said, what do you
would? I don't know what he would do.
Okay.
Because one, I don't know him personally.
Good.
I don't belong to his campaign group.
Good.
I've not seen his manifesto. Okay. So I cannot say what he would do. Okay. But what he should do is what we all want.
Okay. So what do you think he should do?
Like I said, what he should do is what we all deliver the best in the best way he can, use the resources of the state to develop the people and the infrastructure in the state. That is what he should do.
Okay, that is another campaigning, and it's left on a bogus floor.
But what he would do?
No, okay. What he should do? We all want people to do things that some of us will do, right? he should, or he. That's it. Those
Because
are
I'm not speaking. I'm not speaking from a position of authority. I'm
yes,
speaking
yes.
from my own perception, my own position. I don't belong to any of his group. I don't belong to
But
his campaign team.
he's a choice that you have. Yes,
Yeah, it's my choice.
you see
It's
some
my
light
choice.
in him, and you hope for the best.
Yeah, yeah.
It's either you are hoping for the best for a demographic, or you're hoping the best for yourself, or you're hoping the best for a
No,
state.
we hope for the best for the state, like we do every politician.
Okay, that is what I'm saying, because some people pick candidates on sentimental basis, and if you ask them, they cannot come to defend, or they will from people's sentiments, and they will defend well. So, but when you say like the question in hand is Obaseki's achievement. When you say Obaseki has 14 over 100, and you gave us I think you have done your part. So what we should do is ask the next man in the studio. I don't know if Mr. Igariba is still with us. Mr. Igariba,
Yes,
please are you with us?
yes,
The
I'm here.
question
Yes,
is
I'm.
on the development of Edo State.
Well,
Can
well, well.
Governor Maseki's achievement? Do you know
Okay.
any? How would you rate him?
Thank you. It's actually very difficult to rate Obaseki because Obaseki has no effective PR or public relations officer, people that are supposed to launder his image or able to tell the entire populace what Obaseki is doing. It's a kind of person that is extremely quiet, and he has not appointed or employed enough people to showcase what he's doing. People in the street, somebody like Uyinosa, Apostle Uyinosa, that will come out sometimes, about Obaze will come out sometimes, but these are people that are not in government. But anyway, I'm not going to rate him high because there was a lot of distraction between the first term and second term. The distraction I'm talking about is when he was not given the ticket by APC, and that caused him a lot of distraction where he has to uh, purportedly spend a lot of money, buy his way into PDP and getting the ticket and all that. That was a lot of distraction, and that had a negative impact on the development of the state. If you look at the snail speed of the development, the Obaseki will award contract, the road contracts, and in a year, 2 or 3, the roads will not be tied. I think that is that get a lot of blow on his ratings. For example, my street in Okoro was awarded, and they started it. The street is not even up to 500 meters, about 300 meters or 400 meters. It took about 2 years. I think he finally did it about 2 or 3 months ago. And my road in Amagba too, he awarded the road before we bought the land there. We were happy that the road was going to be tarred. The gutters were constructed, and up to now, the road has not been tarred. So all these things all these issues are leading to cars broken down because of bad roads and all that. But he has a little achievement in if you go to Yekogba area, where I think Obaeti area and Ogege side. I think he did a lot there. He took some developmental strides to that area. That is why the land there is now becoming expensive and all that. And his MOU, his memorandum of understanding, a lot of MOUs. We have not seen a lot of impact from the MOUs and all that. But if you look at the modular refinery, he said he built. I don't know the impact the modular refinery has created in Edo State. The electricity company he built, it's only for street lights and all that. It's not powering individual homes or residential homes
apart from government buildings and all that. I think they need to do more. I think it's just the whole of Nigeria, or Edo State in particular. The development is not enough with the amount of money that is accrued to the state. I think they are supposed to do more. I think there's the generality of our politicians. There's a lot of problems. They are not doing anything. There are no roads. Like somebody rightly said, when there's light, when there's rain, everywhere is flooded. I know even abroad, everywhere is flooded too. But you can see the development. You can see that people are working with the taxes we pay. People are just the government. They are using it to work and all that. In Nigeria, is extremely a different scenario entirely. So for me, if I have to rate him with the one I know, because I used to go to Nigeria always, one I know, not going to be more than 30 or 25, because I don't have to rate him more than that, because they are doing nothing, just doing nothing. Nothing is happening. Like what one of our panelists rightly said, you don't have to go to the areas of artificial intelligence when we don't have roads, we don't have water, we don't have light. If you want to develop a state, first of all, you give us road, light, and water, so that the development starts from there. You cannot put something on nothing. I can say that he's trying to build some institutions, but the artisans and the poor people in the society, they will not be seeing all those things. All those things are made for the people that have already achieved, have already arrived in the society, not for the people that the vulcanizers, the artisans, and all the people that are downtrodden. So it's not trickling down to the people that on the down the ladder below and on all that. So I think we need light, we need water, we need road, so that we can look at the people that are farming. They don't even have, there are no roads to bring their farm produce to the city and all that. So and all these things become perishable because there's no light to preserve them and all that. What about if they build preservation facilities, so that we can preserve all these tomatoes, peppers, gari, and all that, so that they don't get rotten. So I think that's where the development is going to start from. We need a governor that should be able to look into these areas and start from the grassroots development, so that the development will be smooth, not giving us something the professors, the doctors, and the degree holders will enjoy, without the people and the lower cadre will not even understand what is going on. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Igaiba. You have hit you have hit the spot. Yes, thank you for breaking it down, and I think you did a bit of buttressing Daniel's explanation too. Um, yes, I mentioned earlier that an artisan or a mark or a person that holds has a petty trade business. Sometimes they are not. They prefer roads to fiscal policies. They prefer road to business market policies. Yes, they want to sleep in peaceful environment, security. They want the basics. Yes, and if any government is not providing that as major or as first of it, then people see it as a problem, or people see it like um, like it has like development has not been made. But I thank you for your contribution. And Mr. Nogosa is not on the studio, but there's a silent speaker.
Okay. Sorry, sir. Let
Go
me
ahead,
just
go
add
ahead.
this. Okay, for example, look at a very poor vulcanizer who is just trying to get this going, you know uh, feed his family.
Yes,
If there is light, that is a light. That vulcanizer, if he succeeds in buying a compressor, then he's good to go. But look at how much is a liter of diesel, or how much is a liter of
or
petrol.
petrol, yeah.
Yeah, how is the vulcanizer going to survive? He might just be in the store there, get one or two customers a day. He uses 825 per liter in buying diesel, or 600 or 700 in buying fuel. How is he going to survive? But if there's electricity, just plug your compressor there, and he's good to go. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, thank you very much. That's addressing the. Thank you very much. You have given us your analysis and you have explained to us how it is. Nogosa is buffering, so I think he cannot attend to the questions. But I'm going to move to Mr. Osa. Like Mr. Osa, I've been reading your comments on the side, but you have to come to tell us. You have to come to tell us because we are talking about the governor Obaseki'S achievement in Edo. So I want to hear from your own point of view. Please, I know you have been giving us your updates on the sides about the Edo jobs and the Cook Road asphalt, the drainage construction, good and all that. But let us hear from you as you are here with us. Mr. Osa, welcome. Your turn.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good
Good to
evening.
be
Good
here
evening.
again. Yeah,
Welcome.
good to be with like minds. So I understand the issue when people say Geo hasn't done anything. That's mostly because of the, would like to say, poor publicity of what he has done or what he's currently doing. However, when you take time to perhaps do a research or knuckle down to really understand Geo's mega plan and what he promised to do and what he has done. So you look at, for example, Edo Best, talking about Edo. I think that's the. Sorry, let me just quickly pull up my slide because I had to put these things together.
Okay, thank you. Good.
Yeah. So you look at yeah. So the Edo Best, that's the Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation, what have you. And that's how he has been able to transform the educational system in Edo State, which a state like Lagos had to copy. So I think that's a very good achievement on his path. And then if we move on to the bringing of investments into those states, which perhaps I would alight on because it's further down my list. And that also was as a result of the Alagodaro. I don't know if most of us, if we know the Alagodaro,
Initiative.
initiative, to attract those states. And then when we talk about power, we all remember, we know the what's it called, the
Usiamo?
Osiomo power. Yes, that's a very good one that generates about 95 megawatts. But the issue is for that to get to your. I think somebody explained it. Was it 2 weeks ago? That look, it's you can't just move from one end to the other without having some sort of link. So they're still building that from there's a way he explained it, but that's there for people to enjoy. And I know that people around that Cook Road area towards that third circular are already enjoying this power, power from Osisiomo Power Company. Okay, and then again, we all know that in Edo State, there was a time where there were land grabbers. You go there, this man tells you it's my property. That man comes in. There are no central data for you to go conduct search, which was an issue in Edo State. But now you can go there, register your property and all of that. These are very good achievements. You know, most of us, some of us who know Lagos, we pride with if you go to Alausa, it's just one search and then you can find who owns the property. We now have that in Edo, which is called Edo Geographical Information Service, where you can, if you go there, you register your property. That's where you can go and search for ownership of properties. These are initiatives which I think is really, no one has done that before. If we could talk about roads, but things like this, it's really helpful when you have a central place for data on properties. So moving on from that, we also, if you remember the Edo State Oil Palm Project, the ESOP, that attracted about the $500 million investment in plantation in oil palm. Okay, then if we move from there
Mr.
to
Barrister Osa, are you reading these from
yes,
a portfolio, because reading from a portfolio
Go ahead.
reading from a portfolio and seeing these things physically, or having to interact or contribute from these is different, because even
Say it again.
I said reading from a portfolio and seeing these things
Sorry, I'm trying to.
Can I interject? I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. I want to.
Okay, yes, Mr. Kabaka.
Yes,
I don't know if it's my network but
yes, I think.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Also. We can hear you, but it's obvious you cannot hear us. Oh, Mr. Oscar, you can hear us, but
yes, I pray you enjoy a very good network so that you listen. You see, sometimes when you are not or maybe he's a politician, I don't know. I'm not here to criticize, but I am an insider in this Edo-based issue. But when you talk about this Edo-based, you see, people, they just bring out something. This kind of, they sugarcoat it. You see, there are no teachers in these schools, because I was the vice president of the Ronigbe Grammar School All Student Association until December last year, and currently I'm the chairman of the caretaker committee. I have been paying one teacher for the past 2 years. I have been paying. If you doubt it, I'll send the receipts to Brother Tony. I've been paying one teacher, and one guy in the United States has been paying one teacher, and another guy in the United States has been paying one teacher. We employed 5 teachers because the Edo best whatever, they refused to employ teachers. Uronibe Grammar School was having only 3 teachers, certified teachers, and we have to employ
only three teachers.
Yes,
in the whole of
only
the
3
school?
teachers. Yes, I'm an insider. I will send all the receipts, all my transaction receipts to Tony for him to see. The guy in the United States just paid yesterday for 3 teachers, 30,000 for one, 30,000 for the other one, and 10,000 for the part-time teacher. So I didn't want to say all this. All these they just sugarcoat it and bring it to the public. Well, I'm an insider. Currently, where I'm the president of the Otago Technical Student Association too, worldwide. So I know what we are doing there. These people, they are doing nothing, but let us just leave it. Mr. Tony, I will send some receipt to you for the past 2 years. I have been paying one teacher 30,000 every month.
Okay,
So
may I ask a question? Have you visited the school recently? So for the past 2 years?
Yes, I have.
And then there are no teachers in the school? No
teachers. And even the subvention that is given to the principal said the subvention is about 20,000. 20,000 a month.
I struggle to believe that, to be honest. We can take that forward. Yes. We can take that out, and then we, do a bit of research on that.
Yes, my name is Egarewa Kennedy. I said it.
Yes, because I would say.
Yes. Sorry, let me say something. Yes. Oronigbe is under a local government, right?
Yes.
So what's the local government chairman doing? We're not coming
No, the local government.
Mr. Abu, don't go into the local government chairman.
No. What I'm saying, What I'm saying, you live in America, Augusta.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, whatever. What I'm saying is that
he lives in Japan.
Okay,
I live in Japan.
Okay, you live in Japan. We cannot keep blaming the governor. We have a local government chairman from that area.
I'm not blaming. I'm just bringing.
No. See, because
who is the local government chairman? Does the local government chairman have a say?
Wait, Mr. Agu, let's
be local government does not exist.
Let's be pragmatic with what
those are appointments.
Please, let's be pragmatic with what we are saying here. We are seeing a person that says he pays a teacher in Edo State, and we are asking him about a local government chairman.
Yeah.
This man is not telling us that he knows someone that is paying. He is telling us from his own coffers he does this payment, and he can bring proof of receipt. And we are trying to talk about the local government chairman. They say Edo best is Edo best. I'm not here to support or go against any of these. But if we can have someone that will call, can bravely put his name out there.
Yes, Junior, I understand where you're coming from. See, but no, you can ask questions. No, you can ask questions.
No, you can ask.
I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong. I'm not saying what he's saying is wrong.
No, we are trying to.
I'm not. Wait now.
Defend the best. No,
I'm not defend. Listen,
no, we're not
listen,
here. See, we are not here to
listen.
defend Edo
But what I'm trying
we're
to
not
say,
here to.
Junior,
We're not.
Junior.
It's somebody's.
See, let me tell you. Let me ask you one question.
Allegations on something.
Yes, he has said something.
Okay.
He has said something.
Okay.
He has said something. Oronigbe Grammar School. There's no teacher. There's no this. Have you taken it to the governor and he didn't do anything about it? The governor cannot
take it to the governor now. No, not even take it to the governor. How do we verify?
No. See.
You people have come with.
No, you guys should hold on.
Let's pause.
Hold on.
Let's pause.
Sorry, let me speak.
Okay.
Sorry. We know how big Edo State is. There are a lot of schools because there were videos being released of schools, a lot of schools that needed to be revamped.
Okay.
Yes, and there were some that got to the governor's attention. Sorry, and the governor was like, okay, certain so and so schools, the commissioner should go and look at it. But the truth is, we don't expect Obaseki to be able to touch all angles.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
Let's be realistic here. I always try to speak the truth when it comes to governance.
Yes,
that's why there is always
continuity.
That's why continuity. You understand? So we are expecting the next person that is going to come to make a lot of changes in Benin. You understand? So that's for me, I'll tell you the truth. The most vibrant of all the candidates, as we're talking right now, is AI.
No, I think we're not talking about
we're not campaigning here. We're not
talking about candidates.
We're not talking about who has not.
No, he just asked about Obaseki'S
development. Yeah. So me, hold on. Let me finish. To me,
Mr. Tony,
if I'm to mark for me, if I'm to give Obaseki.
No, you can pay people. That doesn't mean that there are no teachers in the school.
Mr. Osa, hold on.
Yeah,
Mr.
it's
Osa,
true.
hold on. So hold on, Mr. Osa. Mr. Osa, hold on. I'm going to upload. I've not seen it yet, and you have not seen it yet. Mr. Kenji Gariba just sent me a receipt of payment they made to teachers. So I'm going to upload it so that we all see it.
2 days ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
2 days ago. So quick, go ahead.
Yeah, I do pay some people in Benin as well. But it doesn't mean that those people are not being paid by.
You pay some people. You pay some people in government.
When I say pay some people, it could be my charity.
No,
and that does not mean
we are not talking about charity. We are not talking about charity. We're talking about the best.
We're missing something up. We're missing something up.
Your charity.
You pay. Hold on, moderator. Hold on. You paying a teacher does not mean that the government is not paying that teacher.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm saying. So we're missing it. We're missing it up.
No.
Can you show that?
Listen,
no.
The school has 3 teachers, only 3. And about
so you then employed. How can you say you employed a teacher for a government school? It doesn't add up.
Let me say something. Let me say something.
Mr. Abu, please hold on. We go one by one on the program. Please, if you get to your turn, let us, because right now, Mr. Osa's turn to give us his own view. But he was reading from probably a portfolio. That was why I came to you. You cannot just start reading.
No. What I said is not what he wrote.
That is why I'm telling you these things that you are reading for us.
Certain things that I recorded because I didn't know what question it was. I just joined, so I was taking notes of this. And these are the things that can be verified. They are not something like the Edo geographical.
Verified by you?
Yes. Ask anybody in Benin. How do they?
You are telling us.
Junior, it's very simple.
Good.
Ask in Benin. Hold on. I can tell you about the Edo GIS, where you register land. It's the same as a Lausa. That one is my work. Yeah. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I want to tell you something. Like I'm not countering you. I'm not saying that. It's for time purpose.
Yeah.
The man has given us an information. It is left now for you to go and verify it. And probably
but what I'm saying is, we see. Guess what? No one here that can reason. Does it mean that individuals now hire teachers for schools? let's put that on the table
That's a good
first.
question. That is another good question. That is a good question. Because if Edo has a record of only 3 teachers at Oregbeni Grammar School, and 3 new teachers are brought, they are being paid by individuals, questions should be asked. But first of all, if you were the one that came to tell the program that you are paying someone's salary in an institution in Edo State, we will not question you especially when you have proof. All we will do is go back to do our facts findings. Then we'll come back again to say, this is how it is, this is how it was, and these were the reasons. So I am not saying I'm not saying what you are saying is not correct, or saying what Mr. Gaiva is saying is not correct. All I am saying is the man has come, he has brought proof. He could, maybe the principal of the school is playing games with his old alumni.
Or it could be. Anything is possible.
Yes.
Nothing is impossible.
It's not playing games. The president had a meeting with when they wanted to hire teachers, and they took out of that 5 teachers, they took 1. I think the government took 1 from that 5 teachers and left 4. So we continue paying for the 4. So if you I'll put Tony online, put the president online. The president will explain better, because I was his vice while he was the president. He was a retired medical director with psychiatric hospital. So he was the one on ground. So I was the vice president for 2 years. I was paying people in the US, 2 people in the US. Mr. Nosa Idemudia was paying. If you see that receipt, is Nosa Idemudia. He is still paying for 1. So I wouldn't lie. So I just chip it in for people. Yeah, that is the receipt.
Yes,
we have the receipt.
I will put that point on ground.
2 days ago.
That is a payment transfer receipt. That is not a receipt to say I'm paying a teacher.
Man, what is it now? What do you mean by it's a
receipt? Junior, can I say something?
Let us wait. Yes, everybody will say something. Mr. Abu, you want to say something? What do you want to say? Brief, because it's not your turn.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, when it gets to my turn, let it go.
Okay, just please keep the points in check. Mr. Tony, you can remove the slide. Yes, we have seen the payment receipt, and we will get to that. This is going to be a topic that I would raise over and over on this program. The end of this, the Oregbeni Grammar School payment.
Oronigbe, not Oregbeni, please. Oronigbe.
Oronigbe.
Yes.
Okay. I'm writing it down. Oronigbe. Good Grammar School. We are going to ensure that we find out, we get to the end of that matter. So, but we were on course with Mr. Osa. Mr. Osa, are you there with us? Okay, please continue with the achievement, because with the achievements you have given, I don't know why people are still rating the governor at 14% or 25%. So do not waste our time. Give us the achievements that you have seen, the achievements that you believe or you have factual knowledge of, or you have been in contact with. Give it to us. Rate the governor from 0 to 100. Please try to wrap up.
Okay. In terms of rating the governor 0 to 100, I think I would give him for his effort and for lack of publicity. Because if he had done a bit more publicity, perhaps we won't be here discussing this. It will be out there. Like some people will just come in. We want to commission flyover and invite the entire world. As if flyover is one of those big things. But again, I would say 65%, because if he had done a bit more publicity, I could go as far as 70. So yeah, I'll give him 65%, because there are lots of roads that he has done recently. As we speak, there's work ongoing.
How many months does he have left?
I think it's September.
November is his last day in office.
Okay, that's a couple of months. Yes, it's still time for him to up his percentage ratings.
And we're not even talking about the civil service building that he did, reforms and building that he did. So that's there. Without this reform,
did he build a new civil service edifice?
No, that place was a write-off. So
okay, that's you're talking about the Palm House.
The Palm House. We all know the state the Palm House was.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Osa. Thank you. You have given us 65% for Governor Obaseki'S achievement. That is a huge one. That is a very good in some ratings. So
I will not even talk about the Edo jobs that he created.
good.
We can even verify that on social media. So there's a whole lot. I think for me, the fault is from his publicity team.
Okay, his publicity team, but some
Should
people
do
say
better.
people say they don't see. Some people say the publicity team is not showing them. But that aside, let us go to the next man on the. I have to bring Mr. Peter Agu in. Mr. Peter Agu, I like you to, because you have some things to tell us. Please, I'd like you to give us your candid opinion.
Okay, I will continue from the Edo best thing. I mean,
Okay.
The issue with Oronigbe Grammar School, it doesn't mean because Oronigbe Grammar School has issue that will write up the whole Edo best reform and everything in Edo State. And the way, like Mr. Gariva said, that the government employed only one teacher. When you say the government, like you're talking about the governor did the employment by himself. He has people that work for him. And the governor cannot be in all areas at the same time to know what is going on in that school. That's why I said the governor any attention of what was going on in that school. There are people delegated to all these things to run these things for the governor. The government, now, even the governor cannot know everything that is happening in every school in Edo State, in all the local governments in Edo State.
True.
Maybe if you have picked one school in the city and say the city, let's say is Edo College still under the government or private? They've given it back to private individuals to run.
I think it's back and forth.
Catholic.
Back and forth. Nobody understands the system. That is the same system we are talking about.
Let's say if you had said Edo College now, that Edo College has only one teacher, and people in America or Japan are paying the school fees, then I'll say, okay, the governor is not really paying attention to those because those are the schools in the city. Because for Lagos State to copy Edo best to take to Lagos, even in that same, even the Lagos State we're talking about, there are schools in Lagos State that are run down. Like the Oronigbe Grammar School we're talking about. I'm not saying that is the right thing to do. So we cannot really blame the Obaseki for all the bad things that are happening. Sometimes when people around you are the people that will create your own problem for you as a governor, and you cannot be everywhere. That's why I'm saying that. Have you written to the state governor? For what I've heard about Obaseki, if you write Obaseki and tell him, look at the situation of this school, that he will attend to it. And that's what I'm trying to say, that they shouldn't use that to run down Edo Best. Edo Best has done a lot for education in Edo State, whether we like it or not. Like Osa said, I think Obaseki's biggest issue is that he doesn't politicize his achievement. He wants people to go and see, oh, they've done this road. But that is not the Nigeria we live in. We want a situation whereby, okay, let me use River State as an example. We always praise Wike. Oh, Wike is doing flyover. Those flyovers is only in Port Harcourt. Outside Port Harcourt is an eyesore. Those are the only places you are seeing flyover. And because he comes on TV and brags about it, we believe that he has done fantastically well.
Are we going to condemn the flyover?
No, I'm just saying, because just the way you're condemning Edo Best. Because of
I'm not condemning Edo Best.
I'm just saying that Mr. Gariva said that we shouldn't talk
Mr.
about
Agu, hold on a minute. Mr. Agu, hold on a minute, please. Mr. Nicholas Igbinovia, the link is on the live chat. If you want to come to the studio, click on the link, follow the procedure, it will bring you into the studio. And again, please, we have a lot of people watching us on YouTube and Facebook. Please, thank you guys. Click on the like button on Facebook, click and share and follow if you're not following us yet. On the YouTube, subscribe, it's free. And click this thumbs up so that the algorithm will help us spread the information, this message to everybody so that everybody can come watch you talking. Not me, you. We make a show for you. Thank you. And God bless. You can go ahead, Mr. Agu.
Even Junior, even Texas that you live in, there are some rundown schools in Texas where the teachers, even in America, where teachers ask people to bring things to school for them to use in school. Like notebook, we're running out of notebooks, we're running out of paper towel.
Those are not government. Those are not government. Government.
No, they're government schools. They're government schools. No. Let me. No. Wait now. Even teachers in Texas, They're not well paid. You know that.
Well,
They're paid by no. This is a system that is 100%. We think it's 100%.
not well paid.
Yeah, American teachers are not paid well. You know that.
Well,
That's not
But it's
true.
true. What are we talking about?
I will not argue about it because first of
What are
all,
we talking about?
everything
There are schools. There are schools in America. There are some public schools in the city of America that are run down. You know that.
Yeah. It's a worldwide thing. That's government for you and politics.
That's government for you. So
some schools
you cannot come and say
not
we cannot come and use one. We cannot use one school in Oredibe to condemn something that has helped some other people to improve educational system in Edo State.
We are not condemning. Let us
No, but they sounded that way because
I want to ask something.
No.
I want to ask a question. On the database, because people say electronically they have put things online and everything. How many teachers do we have in Edo State on record? I want the Edo best people that know more about the achievement. Do we have records of how many teachers Edo State has on record? Because they make on their payroll, Edo State has the payroll, right? So on the payroll, they will have these records. And in a proper and complete technological standard, this information are supposed to be directly known by the people. You go to the Edo website, you click in, you can access teachers or know how many. The data has to give facts. Do we know how many teachers Edo State has on record? I'm just asking, it's a question. I want to know. Mr. Osa can come back to answer that, or Mr. Logosa, or yourself. Can you guys answer that? Okay, I believe nobody has the information.
No, I just did. Is there 16,400 teachers and head teachers? I'm going to post the link.
How many? Sorry, how many?
16,400 teachers and head teachers. So I'm going to send a link to the Edo Best
Okay,
here now.
and how are they? Okay, so how 16,400 teachers around how many schools?
My co-host. Also, Mr. Osa, if you look at the live chat, there's an Instagram link there. You can send the information to the Instagram link.
Okay, is it the comment, right?
No, you can post it there. It doesn't matter. If you can post it on the private chat, and everybody can access it, then we can share it on.
You can put it.
Okay. I was
thinking to put it. You can put it on the live chat too, so other people that is watching can see it too. You put it on the live chat.
No, it's okay. I want you to. These questions need answers. 16,000 teachers and for how many schools? Because without these are basic things. We say the Western world, or we talk about foreign countries. These people, they don't. If you want to find out, you go to Google. You Google their county. They tell you names of teachers. Sometimes they put pictures. You go there. They tell you how many schools to a county and the ratio of how it is shared. Do we have that in Edo State? I'm not condemning. I'm just asking because we are using the advanced technology standards here. Do we have it? Because I'm very impressed that we have a record of 16,000 teachers in Edo. Now, for how many schools? So we can do a simple math and say, okay, if we have 16,400, which is a lot, we have 16,400, which is a lot. Then how many schools how many teachers to a school? Then before we break it down to how do they get qualified? What are the processes, how these people are employed and what are their salaries? Because when Mr. Igaiva said they pay 30,000 for a teacher, I find it, yes, I think that's on the minimum wage, and of which Edo pays best in the whole of Nigeria, as I heard. I think Edo pays 40,000 on minimum wage. So we have to know, these are the details we want to know. These are the details that if we talk about here on the program, it will enhance the continuity or enhance or educate people about the achievement of Governor Obaseki. I am not rating him. I have not been to Edo in a while, my bad, but I'll be there very soon. But what I hear people say, ups and downs. Some people say on the chat, even Mr. Nicholas has just entered the studio, he said Obaseki is working great. You say Obaseki is working great. And somebody else in the studio has rated Mr. Obaseki as 14%. Who do I believe? So, but when you rate Mr. Obaseki high, I like to ask, if there's a person that says 14%, I like to ask, what has he done that you give him these ratings? It doesn't have to be on the books. It doesn't have to be in his resume, because these are where people say the resumes don't matter. We have to see for our facts. We have to be a part of it. It has to affect someone we know directly. So this is what we are talking. This is what, Mr. Taylor, please, can you take this slide off the screen? Thank you. These are what the things we want to know. So I asked a question, Mr. Osa. 16,400 teachers. How many schools do they have in Edo State?
I don't have that data.
Good. These are where the contradictions come. 16,000.
No, but it's not something that you would expect me to.
I'm not saying you are lying. You have done great to give us a number that you have seen. But 16,000 is a whole lot.
Yeah, maybe something that we can look at these links.
16,000 is a whole. Do we have up to 1,000 schools in Edo State? Can we just crack our brain to say do we have up to 1,000 schools? If it's 1,000 schools in Edo State, that means 16 teachers to one school. I'm just saying, because
I doubt if we have up to 1,000 schools.
But good, that means I don't think we have up to 1,000. So if we have 500 schools, that means 32 teachers to a school. So if we say they have 500 schools and 32 teachers to a school, then how come Renegade Grammar School has only 3? And we're talking about a local government chairman. These are the things I'm talking about. On a proper standard, when it comes to education, if I was to be governor, first, I would work on our educational system. The record, if you're coming to get a job, once you're a teacher in Edo State, your information, your name, your picture, your age, and some qualifications will be in our data. I'm just saying,
I understand.
The school you teach and the subject you teach.
Observation.
If I may contribute, if I may ask that he just.
No, Mr. Nicholas, let me break it down again. Welcome to the show, Mr. Nicholas. If you have a contribution, I know you might say yes because of time. Any contribution, please, on the right-hand channel of your screen, have a private chat. Please indicate there that you want to say something.
I've been indicating since.
I am here and I know who is next, but I'm trying to pass an information. The program is for you guys. We are going to be here. We want you guys to tell us how you feel on how you want things to go. But we have to be unbiased. We have to be pragmatic and we have to be candid with our explanations. We want the best for our state. I want to sit on my laptop and know who the teacher is in my previous school. These things are not rocket science. We're talking about Edo. Only 16,000. Only 16,000 we can get data. Even if you don't put their pictures, you can get data of their home addresses, email, telephone numbers, and all. That can even create jobs for people that do data compilation, another sector to give jobs to the young people. Well, I'm not here to talk. I'm just a moderator for the house. So I go to the next man on the screen, which is Mr. Concord. Mr. Concord,
Good afternoon.
What do you have to say? Thank you. Welcome to the house.
Thank you. I just want to quickly add it to what somebody said about Rodnigbe, but let's realize that those are inner city. So Obaseki might be doing so well, and comparing those inner city to the main city, it might be a hard time trying to figure out the data on how many teachers are teaching in a school and so on and so forth.
Are you giving us a fact, or you are giving us your opinion, or what?
Yeah. I'm coming with a fact because recently when I visited Benin, I went to a village in Ovia, which is just outside of Uniben.
What's it called?
Okay.
What's it called?
The name of the village is Edun.
Okay.
Edun, yeah. So actually, I went there for to purchase something in that village, and while we were there, the Odionwe of that village introduced me to the principal of the school. And truth be told, they just have two teachers. Okay,
Is it a secondary school or a primary school?
This is a government school.
What
This is a government school.
Primary or a secondary school?
Primary school. Primary school. Okay. And in the secondary school, the only secondary school they have in that village. Okay, and they said they also have two teachers as well. All the roofs in fact, to be honest with you, I really felt bad. If I had enough to do, I would have been able to do something right there, because even the primary school student, when I mean no share, one single share, we don't have. They sit on the floor. I will not even call Ovia just 5 minutes away from Uniben, inner city. That's not an inner city. That's main city. So I understand that the government and the governor might be doing so well in so many areas, but he need to implement the check and balance. Those people that he put in position to do those things, because somebody says something, the governor cannot be everywhere at the same time. So when he delegates, I think that's when he needs to do the check and balance to see that, the people that he put in office to go and check on these schools, they are doing the right job. I think those are the areas that he needs to improve to be more effective. The governor, I saw him doing, I saw some of the construction of road that he's doing, even him inspecting those roads and so on and so forth. But education, when we say Edo people, one thing that we derive pride for is that school. It's difficult for you to go to an Edoma house. You will not see at least one graduate. When I did my youth service so many years ago, in Imo State, precisely in Abo, you could see generations. They will tell you they don't have one graduate. So we the Edo people, we derive satisfaction in going to school. So Mr. Gareva citing Ronigbe, and I see a valid point, because it was a first-hand experience of me to witness what happened in Edo community in Ovia Northeast local government. That is aside. I also wanted to, I don't want to use the word correction. Somebody referred to the US system of education. In the 50 states of America, the state governor does not pay salary of teachers in America. It is the city that you live, which is the mayor, and the mayor assigns somebody who is the superintendent of a school. So, and also the reason you see that people who live in this particular city, the teachers make more money than the people who live in another city, is because of what those people in that particular city have. For example, if you live in a city where your homes are very expensive, $800, $500, $1 million, those are the people that pay this teacher salary. In fact, the teacher salary does not come from the taxes that individual paid. It is from the taxes that you pay in your home. That is what they use in paying teachers. So if people live in a particular city and they pay high taxes in their home, those money are what they use in paying teachers. So we cannot compare the American system of education with Nigeria system of education. Is a different ball game entirely.
Okay, I can counter you on that, Mr. Concord. No, because I know he's referring to what I said about American school system. But the governor in every state are in charge of all public schools. Before cities, the governors still make a lot of decisions in all schools in America. Then when you talk about in America, 80-90% of public schools in cities are not well funded. The only schools, listen now, is only in the suburbs where they have pricey homes that the schools do very well. And the money doesn't go to the teachers. It goes to maintenance of the school buildings. Like in Atlanta, city of Atlanta schools are not good schools. People who live in the city take their kids to public schools. I know a lot of friends who live in the city that their kids, I know of a friend that moved from the city to the suburb. And because he was, huh?
You say public schools or private schools?
For people that live in the city of Atlanta, most of their kids go to private schools because public schools are not well funded in the cities of America. Only in the suburbs where they have pricey homes, because the more your property value go up, the more taxes they take from you to pay for those schools, to give those schools facilities, good facilities, like sports complex, school buses, hire more teachers. And without those things in the city, because the property values in most cities in America are very low, so they cannot fund that. So whatever federal government gives to the states for their local schools, that's the only thing that the city schools get. But those schools in the suburbs of America, they have a lot of rich fellows who live, even some families.
Mr. Ago, sorry to interject. We should not dwell too much in American politics. This is Edo politics.
No, I'm not dwelling on it. What I'm trying to say is that, like the Oronigbe school and the rest, even it happens here, and that's what I'm trying to say, that most schools in the rural area in America are not run well. The children there don't get good education in the United States. Go and verify rural areas in America where they have a lot of poor people. Their schools are not run well. The only places in America where their schools do very well are in the suburbs because of rich people that live in the suburbs of America. Okay. Because of property value.
Okay, but Mr. Agbo, before you go, you didn't give us your rating on Mr. Odi because we are going back to Mr.
Okay.
But just give us your percentage, and so Mr. Koko can continue. What's your percentage or rating in Mr. Governor Obaseki'S achievement?
I'll give him 85%.
80? Did you say 85?
85, yeah.
85%. Okay, thank you very much. We'll come to that later. Mr. Koko, please, can you continue our roundup? Thank you for the American knowledge, Mr. Koko and Mr. Agbo. Well, here we are talking about the Oronigbe Grammar School with 2 teachers. And you have given us another, Mr. Koko has given us another instance where he went to a school that has got 2 teachers in the same Edo. That,
as I said before, inner cities, we are going for sure. We are going to experience things like that in Edo State, but that does not mean the governor. You said what?
Inner cities or outer cities?
Outer city, yeah. I mean,
the rural area.
Yeah, the rural area. The rural area. We are going to experience those kind of stuff. But that does not mean the governor is not doing a fantastic job. If you ask me if I want to grade Obaseki, I'll grade him that 80 or 85 because there's a lot of things that he has done. Like, for example, pensioners. My mother is a pensioner. I can tell you now that they receive their payments so fast. Obaseki has implemented that, compared to those other governors that was there before. So Obaseki has done a lot of things when it comes to security aspect of it. He just launched something recently whereby they are monitoring most of the major streets, and he promised that they are going to take that to the 3 senatorial district in Edo State too. So you could see a lot of good things that he is doing. Just like somebody said, he doesn't have a good PRO that is going out there speaking on his behalf, telling the people.
Mr. Konko,
yes.
Previous on the program, you have said Mr. Obaseki didn't in Benin a couple of weeks ago, and he fell short on a lot of infrastructure. How come you are not rating him 85?
I know. No, don't misquote me. Don't misquote me. What I said, what I'm saying is that there are areas that he has developed and there are areas that he still need improvement. It's as simple as that. You know, so he's not 100%, but there are areas that he has done well, and there are areas that he still need to, that is having shortcoming, that he still need to improve. So that's what I see, and I just hope that when the next governor take over from him, they would continue not doing their own thing, but they will continue from where he stopped.
Okay, now there's a question I need to put in place or to ask. And I might go back to Mr. Igariba, but he's not in the studio. He has left because of his time, and he came out to give us his time. I think it's early hours of the morning over in Asia. Now, when you talk about having 2 teachers in the school or having 3 teachers in the school, we should check again how many pupils or how many students do they have in that school. Mr. Konko, you are here. You have told us about going to the school somewhere in Ebu, and you experienced the same thing of the primary school having 2 or 3 teachers. How many students did you ask the principal how many students the school had, or how many classrooms, or how big the school is?
Yeah, they have like that. They have, the primary school have like 2 block and 2 block, and you see students in like 3 or 4 classes. Okay, I saw students in 3 or 4 classes, but the sitting is that, I saw students carrying their chair from home, bringing to school, like carrying chairs, coming to school. You understand? So that was something that, that really messed, that really messed me up.
When they have a school of 2 blocks, practically four classrooms or 4 rooms on the 2 blocks, which makes it 8, and the students are not up to 100 or 100.
No, I don't think they're up to 100, man. I don't think those students are up to 100.
There are 30 teachers in the school. And remember, it's the rural area. So those can bring certain setbacks. No teacher right now would want to go to a rural area just to teach 12 pupils. So a school that has 12 pupils cannot attract 20 teachers. So these are the things people think when I talk, I'm speaking against the governor or I'm speaking against development. No. You see, there's a setback here. A small school with 16 or 20 pupils. How many teachers are they supposed to have? So in those places, you don't put money. But I wanted to ask the question on the Origbe Grammar School, because for an alumni, he would have a bit of knowledge about how many people you have in the school, how big the classrooms are, or what comprises of the staff room and others, before we jump into saying the government has not done this or he has not done that. Thank you for your contribution, Mr. Concord. Let's go to the next person on the chat. Mr. Nicholas Daxon, if I'm wrong or correct, Mr. Nicholas Benovia. I don't know why I said Nicholas Daxon. Mr. Nicholas Benovia is supposed to, I think he was in the studio. I'm looking out for him. Okay, he's not here too.
Can I say something, Junior?
Yes, we have Mr. Victor. I don't know if Mr. Victor, Mr. Victor, if you have anything to say, please on the right-hand side of your screen, click on, just give us a thumbs up that you want to make a contribution. But first, Mr. Agu, proceed.
Like this school thing that we're talking about, I think it's not only, I know we're talking about Edo State. I think it's not only Edo State that have this kind of situation. I know a lot of people that do a lot of contribution to raise money to build infrastructure in their schools in Nigeria, in every state in Nigeria that I know, and a lot of friends like that. So I think the rural area that's why we need local government chairmen who will live in their local government to oversee all these things. Because if we rely on the state governor to know what is happening in Orenigbe schools, he's not going to know. Because that's the job of a local government or a council chairman that will bring that attention to this local government, and the local government brings that attention to the state governor to be able to see that that school has issues. But if we're expecting the governor to be everywhere at the same time to get to know all, you can easily write to the governor, the government house, write a letter to the governor. My school is and there are some people. We have commissioner of education, and they have people who are in charge of those things, and a lot of saboteurs in government. You can the government.
That is
The governor.
that is what they should pick
You
first.
understand? Let me give you for one example. There was a farm the governor was supposed to. They were paying more. The governor already given them money to clear that. How many? A large acre of land for farming. They've done everything. The thing was about to go on. The day the governor was supposed to go there to go check out what they are doing, do you know that they set the place on fire because they didn't do what they were supposed to do? And that got the governor so mad that he had to abandon it because he said, they're not doing me, they're doing themselves. That thing would have helped that community to create jobs, make money, have farm products to sell around the country. So there are a lot of saboteurs. Let me go back to what somebody said about development in the state, that the governor is doing old projects. And that is why governance is continuity.
Yes.
If you say this governor should abandon this project and focus on new projects, Edo State will never be developed. If you look at that, first of all, if you look at that Palm House, that secretariat, it was an eyesore. It was an eyesore. The ACs, nothing was working there. The lifts were not working. But it looks better now. Edo State nursing, where they do nursing school in Edo State, is one of the best now in Nigeria. The governor renovated it, and the accreditation is there. You know, there are a lot of old things that were abandoned by previous governments that he's doing. Just say the governor focused on the old projects and they develop them. Then another government comes in and continue with another project. Don't abandon this continuity. Like they said that Oshomole had a 30-year plan for the state. After he ended his thing, and Obaseki continued from there. Then the next person that comes continues from there. But when you start abandoning, because the abandoned projects that were left behind since 1999 is why the state is where it is today. And the governor himself, I'm not saying the governor is 100% right or perfect, has done, but I mean, nobody is perfect. Even states that have so much money, I don't think they've done half of what the state have done. And those states, the only state in Nigeria that pays civil servants 40,000 naira a month in every state in Nigeria. The revenue the governor has generated in Edo State, no governor has ever done that in the state. So I'm not saying that the governor is 100%, is too good but I mean, let's give him credit. And he's a governor that doesn't show off his project. He believes that governance is when you do things to develop a state, people should see it for themselves. Not me spending money, calling channels, calling Arise News, inviting 12 governors to spend billions again to unveil one 10-kilometer road or one school project. Then if you look at, do you know that Stella Obasanjo Hospital now in Edo State gives free orthopedic care to the elderly? Go and verify it. Nobody knew about that. Stella, old people go there and they get they get medicines for free. They get treatment for free for their orthopedic treatment in the state. There's so many things that the governor has done that nobody wants to talk, because I know there are a lot of people that don't like the governor.
Why? Why wouldn't they like the governor?
Because he's not a sharing man. He doesn't do the sharing formula. And you know, when you don't do sharing formula, it makes you look very bad.
Archaic. That's the archaic form of those.
And the governor is one person whereby he does not give you free money. He will not give you. You must bring something that benefits the state. If you don't bring anything that benefits the state, you're not going to get money. He's going to give you contract, but you're going to do that contract. It will benefit you and it will benefit the state. There are people that have sabotaged his system too. There are a lot of people, even the roads we're talking about. There are people that they've given roads in Edo State, in inner cities to do. They will do it the way they want to do it and put the money in their pocket, and there's nothing the governor can do to them. That's the Nigerian system. If you go after them, they will tell you that those are the political people that own the elections. You can't do anything to them. And it's true. You know, there are some things whereby you just when I hear people say, oh, the governor, some people tell that the governor has not done anything for Edo State at all. That Oshomole, so like I tell people, when you talk about Oshomole, what Oshomole did, who were the brains behind Oshomole? It was still Obaseki and IGHODALO. It was still Obaseki and IGHODALO that were the brains behind him. From the revenue from Oshomole generated, from the infrastructure, from the Oshomo power plant and the Azura, they were all Obaseki and Asue IGHODALO's brain, this thing they gave to him. Oshomole is a labor man. He didn't have those brains to come and say, I have. These are the people that were behind him, that were pulling the strings behind that. That was why when he was campaigning then, he said everything that I've done was from Obaseki. You know? So I don't think there is anybody that will come that will do better than Obaseki has done. With the revenue, with the kind of money we get from federal government, before they now increase it after the subsidy.
Okay, so nobody will do better than he has done.
Nope. That's for me. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that's my opinion.
Okay, so that means you don't think there's going to be continuity in his.
Because if somebody else comes in that is not from his side, he's going to abandon every project the man has done.
What about if he comes from his side? Is it going to be better?
Oh, definitely. The person is going to continue. It's going to be continuity. Okay. Because that's what happens when you change government and change party. When a new party comes in.
Well, Obaseki came in as an APC. He moved to PDP. Well,
yeah, but he was still the. What I'm saying, he was still the same governor that was still doing the same.
Yeah, he has his foresight, so it doesn't.
You understand? It didn't change, even when you change from one. But I'm saying, but when you change guard, that guard is coming because the guard might be coming with a bias. Oh, this man, he will come and show those state people that, oh, this man did not do anything. I have to start new. Starting a new elephant project is not doing anything. You're going to waste the state resources.
Yes, like someone said, part of building a strong institution is a continuous process.
Thank you. Thank you. And do you know that, let me not cut it short. Do you know that those state civil service is 100% digitalized, 99.9% digitalized? They don't carry files anymore. Everything is digitalized. So you cannot go and burn, you can't go and burn one secretariat and say, you can't find the file. Everything is in a hard drive.
Yeah, that is why I was when coming to the topic of digitalizing the system. That is why I asked questions. I said, where can we find records? And I know it's a continuous process, and I believe these people can be smart enough to know that our message can be passed across if it's shared.
And when you come, sorry to cut you short, when you come to teachers, at those states we don't have enough qualified teachers to go around that whole state. You know that.
Well, they have a lot of educational.
Yeah, we have a lot, but we don't have a lot of qualified. Remember when Oshomole had one? When Oshomole was governor, he had one this thing where they were interviewing teachers. Some teachers
maybe the young people did not. Or do not want to indulge.
But nobody wants to go. But like you said, nobody wants to go to the rural area and teach in Nigeria.
Nobody wants to go and teach, or nobody wants to be a teacher. That is probably a mentality.
For you to be a teacher, you have to love what you do. Even in outside of Nigeria, you have to love being a teacher.
You have to be
tolerant of going to a rural area to start teaching people. Yes. And so even if you look at those schools that will say they are dilapidated, I can bet you they have given contract to people, to party members or political allies to build those schools, and they didn't do it. And there's nothing the governor can do to them.
I don't think anybody has complained about the school infrastructure. We are just
like those rural areas, they have a lot of bad schools that are dilapidated, without chairs, and those are and I can bet those are the kind of schools they give to political allies as goodwill contract to go and do, but they won't do it, and they pocket the money, and nobody will say anything.
Okay, thank you. Contribution is great. Thank you for educating us. Mr. Victor is next on he has had his hands on.
Hello.
Mr. Victor, thank you. Welcome to the show. And please tell us give us your own opinion.
Yeah, hello guys. Nice show, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Victor.
I just want to give my little 2 cents on the discussion on education. You see, education itself is a fundamental challenge, not only in Edo State, in Nigeria as a whole. I went to a federal. I went to my former secondary school recently, Federal Government College. Port Harcourt, which is a federal secondary school, not state now. And I was shocked by what I saw. It was completely dilapidated, different from what I used to see when I was there many years ago. So education is a major challenge for everybody. It's not just it's not what Obaseki can come and fix in 8 years. It has to be ongoing, continuous process to fix the education system in Edo State and Nigeria as a whole. So what Obaseki has done, he has done well, but there still need to be improvement from the next government has to build on it. They have to carry on continuously improving education, both at state level and at national level. So my and point of correction when I was listening, the Edo best thing is focused mainly on basic education. That is primary schools. So secondary schools are not really part of the Edo best. I think they try to include secondary schools in Edo best 2.0, if I'm not mistaken. But the main Edo best was focused on basic education, which is primary school level. So it was the primary schools that were the main focus of Edo best. So maybe IGHODALO or whoever comes in might take it to secondary school and continue from there. So education has to be a continuous improvement. It's not something we can just fix in 4 years or 8 years, because there has been years of decay that has built up over the years from successive governments. That there is no one government that can just come now and fix everything. It doesn't work that way. So for me, I think the way I see education normally is education. For me, I see it as a system. It's not just about the buildings or the school or the the buildings are part of it, but there are other components that needs to come in to enhance education as a whole. So there has to be a system in place that works.
Are you saying like a mindset?
So yes, a mindset. What I mean is that education involves buildings, but not only buildings or infrastructure. There are other things like the administrative side of it. I don't know what the ministries are doing. The Ministry of Education, I don't know what they are doing. I don't know if they even have a plan to come up with a robust education system in Nigeria or Edo State. It's for me, it's just the systems, the processes, the procedures are all it's all broken. So it's not just, for me, it goes beyond the buildings or the teachers. The administrative side of it is lacking. There are no systems to support it. There are no proper robust processes and procedures to support education. So for me, I think we have a systemic problem. It's not just about who is the governor or who is the president or how many teachers. It's a systemic problem. So we have to address the root cause and fix education. That is my contribution with regards to education anyway.
Okay, so how do you, so from the little or from all the much you know on the development of Obaseki, how would you rate him? You give me a percentage from 0 to 100.
Yeah, I would give him 70%.
70%.
I think he has done well with the little resources he has, because when you are in public office like a governor, you need to prioritize resources, because there are many different agitations from different corners. So you have to prioritize properly so you can make judicious use of your resources that you have. So I think in that regard, he has been able to really make, prioritize and make good use of the resources he has in a prudent and very intelligent manner. So I give him 70%.
Okay, that is awesome. A lot of people have rated Mr. Obaseki well, and this is a good one. Although we have more people on the views, I think we have people on YouTube and Facebook. If you can come to this,
And we still have people in Twitter watching us and Instagram.
okay.
Before we move on, my co-host, sorry, one of our member, one of our panelists, you can see her name on the life chat, Ege Oshodi. He just lost a younger sister, Ibonsa Agawa. So we from the studio, Upper Reporters and Talk, we are telling you to stay strong, and we care about you, and we show sympathy to you. And everybody, please, if you have anything to say to tell Mrs. Ege Oshodi, please, this is the time she need all the great words that will help comfort the loss of our younger sister. Thank you, my co-host. We can move on.
If Mr. Ege Oshodi,
Mrs. Ege, Miss Ege.
Mr. Ege Oshodi, I see her on Facebook. My condolences from the house and the studio. We pray that the soul of the faithful departed rests in the bosom of God. Amen. My people on YouTube and Facebook, you can give your comments. I know some of us cannot come to the studio or we don't want to be in the studio. I want you to give your comments on the ratings of Obaseki'S achievement. And so we can go to the next important stage, which is going to be brief. We don't have to say much in this, but to give your ratings on Governor Obaseki, I have some ratings here. I think he falls into the average of 65% from the percentages I have from the guests in the studio. Next, my topic, the third topic for today is zoning. There's nothing new in zoning. Yeah, we know it's a gentleman's agreement in politics, and we have to be, I like to be very, very direct when I talk about zoning. It's not going to be much. We're not going to hit our nail on it and say, give up and down about zoning. But I want to ask a question, and it deserves very simple answers. Does zoning divide or unite the people? When it comes to zoning in a country like ours, where certain attributes divide us, do we think zoning should be a part of our politics? We know, yes, things have to be put in balance, but zoning, does it divide us or does it really unite us? Secondly, what unites the people in politics? There are two different things now. I'm talking about zoning and unity. First of all, does zoning unite us? Because I don't want to. This is a public program. I am very unbiased when it comes to certain information or certain topics. I say it as it is. That is the kind of person that I've always been. Some people use zoning as a yardstick to bring segregation. Some people talk out of, yes, the development has not come from the middle of the state. A certain demographic has not got it. We are being marginalized. We are being disenfranchised. Does that mean when a governor comes from a certain region, he will focus on that region? Or does that mean because the present governor is from a different demographic, means he's developing his part more than other areas? I'm asking. This is just a simple question. We don't have to take more than 10, 15 minutes from it. Does zoning divide or unite us? Should I go back to the list? Who do we have in the studio who wants to give us an answer? Mr. Osa, Mr. Victor, Mr. Agu. Do you guys have anything to say about zoning and being divisive?
Yeah, I think I have something to say.
In the politics. Go ahead.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah, sure. You have the floor.
Okay. I don't think zoning should divide us in any way, because the way the Nigerian political system is that without zoning, some part of the country will never see political office, and they will never see development if power doesn't come to their side, which is wrong, which is not supposed to be like that. Because if you look at even the federal level, once a new party comes in, the other party that is not from their political party, their states will not get a lot of development until their party goes back to power again, which is wrong. That is why, to me, zoning is a good thing without bias, without any underlying deceit or anything, And some people do zoning when it favors them. Then when it doesn't favor them, they hate zoning, which we are seeing right now in Edo State.
That is the connection and the corruption story in politics.
Thank you. Some people were very okay with zoning to the south for presidency. Now they say zoning is no longer okay for them.
You see why I say the divisiveness or the unification?
No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be divisive, because to me, in the sense, is the right thing to do because of the way the political system is in Nigeria, whereby a particular segment of the states or the local governments will never see governance because they are so-called minority. Because of their votes, they don't have enough votes to win main election. That's why zoning, to me, zoning is the right thing to do. But people tend to like zoning when it favors them. When it's not favoring them, they tend to hate zoning. That's where the division comes in and the corruption, like you said.
Okay.
So that's my take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Agi. On the Facebook, Mrs. Ege Oshodi said, yes, nobleman, thank you so much for your kindness. You're welcome. Encouraging words, yes. Thank you very much. And she says, listening to you now, zoning unites us as a people. Talking about zoning, it entails equity, fairness, and justice. And there is peaceful coexistence of the people. So she has given us her own contribution.
And she's 100% right.
She's hit the nail on the head.
That's right.
She's hit the nail on the head. Only a person in the right senses would understand how she has explained it. Without sentiments or favor, zoning can give those attributes. But on the other side, like we speak of connection and corruption in politics, you see, even with what she has given to us, some people still come up to say, I don't care.
That's when it doesn't favor them. They only care when it favors them.
That's when they come out and say, I don't care. I am supposed to be the next governor because it is my son, or I'm qualified to, but when it was time for you to be a deputy or an SSG, whatever, you fell and you agreed to zoning. So now, why is it becoming something completely different? Well, I would, to the next person in the studio, Mr. Osa, are you there? Do you want to make contribution in the zoning?
My co-host, sorry, Mr. Victor was asking for your attention. Can you do the private chat? I think he wants to go next.
Okay, sure, Mr. Victor. Sorry, yes, Mr. Victor, the floor is yours. Sorry about that.
All right, thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
hear you.
All right. Yeah, I just want to a few words on zoning. You see, zoning is a good thing, especially in a country like Nigeria or Edo State that is multicultural, multi-religious, and what have you. It's a good thing, but I have a few concerns sometimes. Politics, sometimes politics is a game of interest, generally, all over the world. And sometimes you find some elements, some politicians, some elements in political parties that use zoning as a tool to play politics. If it's not benefiting their interests, they will kick against it. If it's for their interests, they will embrace it. So you cannot take the politics outside of zoning. You cannot separate the two. When you bring zoning, it most of the time it is corrupted with politics. Look at the last election, in a presidential election. There was a Muslim ticket, and people kicked against it. We are a multi-religious country. Why have a Muslim ticket? But because it suited them politically, they insisted on doing it. You understand? So in terms of zoning, sometimes sometimes I even say, why don't we have affirmative action for women in politics? Because they are also marginalized as well. If you can, So, but
if you begin to trickle down on those or like the affirmation that you have used, the disabled will come out one day. God forgive me for using the word disabled. They will feel they've been disenfranchised, that they have never had a governor that has been
I mean,
disabled, unable. They'll say those things will come as criteria, and it becomes an issue, and segregation will start to increase.
But what I'm saying is that women can also cry out and say, "Well, I've never been governor before." Are women not? Are they not competent to be governors? They are. We have some very clever women that can be governors also. So that is why I say that sometimes you cannot take the politics out of zoning. When you talk about zoning, politics must always come into it. You can never see clean zoning. It can never be clean. That's what I'm trying to say. People will always use zoning to play politics. That is why sometimes I just say, let's just go with competence, capacity, and what have you.
And character. Capacity.
Yeah, so that is it. But overall, zoning is good for a country like ours or a state like ours where it is multicultural. If it is devoid of politics, let's not politicize zoning. That is my own problem.
Yes.
We should not politicize zoning. We should play it clean if we want to play it clean.
Mr. Victor, since I did watch everybody, because me like to use pidgin. Now I want to just drop as you say, 2 cents you talk. Me want to drop like 3 cents of my own opinion for this zoning matter. I believe zoning. I'm talking to you directly now, so you just give me your response. I believe zoning they make politics or politicians or some certain region or certain district or certain social district play a lazy man job kind of politics. Because they play the politics of entitlement. At my turn, you will not work hard for it. Politics is about building bridges, aligning, making promises. The biggest one is making promises. Come with a new idea, innovation, how to get that ticket to your zone. But time you put and say zoning, nobody will do anything anymore. You'll just wait. In the next 5 years, it will come to my region. So that's the danger of zoning.
Yeah, I get your point. At the same time, if you look at Nigerian constitution or any party culture, there is no rule for zoning officially. Zoning comes out of sentiments.
It's a gentleman's agreement. A
gentleman's agreement. But normally there is no official rule for zoning in our constitution. It's not there. So the zoning comes out of like my brother said, of gentleman's agreement or sentiment. Oh, it's not. We have not had it. Let's have it for the sake of equity and all of that. I get all that sentiments. I understand that, but at the same time, when you now bring this zoning, you now see them start playing politics with that. The way Wike did in the first it was playing politics with zoning and all that. So at the end of the day, we go use our hands spoil the zoning who they carry come. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. True politics. We will still destroy the zoning.
You're saying use the better word, true godfatherism.
Godfatherism. It's politics. Whether you call it godfatherism, like also rightly said on the corner, zoning can lead to getting the wrong person for the job. Exactly what you said.
Exactly.
People in a certain zone will wait, and they say when it's time, they'll say, okay, it is our turn. And the joker will come to believe the people.
Yeah, but let me say something. But I don't agree. Every zone in Nigeria, they have credible people, smart people that can run a state or the country.
People in the party or will the
party except you say
that's what I'm saying.
Play politics in it.
But even when you don't zone,
the right people don't attain to get.
Yeah, but Junior, even when you don't zone, we always sometimes still get the wrong people into office because of political party. It's the system we have in Nigeria, so we don't blame it on zoning.
So that we go back to what I said earlier.
We shouldn't be blaming it.
The standards should be high. So
Thank you.
When you don't qualify to that standard, whether it's a region or not, you don't fall into line.
Just like, sorry to cut you short, just like some people tell you, Asue IGHODALO. Why are we bringing Asue? What does it? We don't need. We need.
Are you the guys bringing Asue? I'm just
sorry. No, I said when people will tell you why are they bringing why is
Okay,
the
you said
governor nominating Asue? Asue is not a homeboy. What do you mean? What is homeboy? So it's now a crime for somebody to leave his comfort zone in his state and go to Lagos and establish himself to become something, somebody very successful is not a crime. We should be proud that we have somebody like that come from Edo State that want to give the helm of affairs in the state to run. We are saying, oh, we need homeboy. We need somebody that has been sitting in the state, according to Junior, driving his father's V-boot. To become governor. Junior, you are a nuisance. I've told you before. You understand? So I don't understand. We should be proud. And in fact, Edo State is the only state in Nigeria now that has produced 3 credible candidates that anybody can beat their chest and say, I'm from Edo State. Yes. With the candidates we have in Nigeria. And Edo State right now and that is because of Godwin Obaseki. No other person that would bring this kind of competition in Edo State today.
Well, you can still give it to Oshomole for bringing Godwin Obaseki.
But that's what what I'm saying is that thank you. At least is from Oshomole's this thing that brought Obaseki. From Obaseki, we are bringing now more credible candidates. Although I don't know much about OKPEBHOLO, but I can talk.
Does everybody really knows?
Wait, yesterday I was listen now. Wait, let me give you guys a little bit of story. I was somewhere yesterday. A guy walked in. So the guy was like, the guy is not an Edo boy, he's from Anambra State. We just chatting. He said, man, I'm so proud of Edo State. Look at the candidates they brought. They brought Olu Akpata, former NBA chairman. Then the governor brought one Agbero that doesn't even. I said, what did you just say? I said, are you talking about the founder of IGHODALO? And he said, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was, hey, that man, he's the highest. So one guy started, when they analyzed the IGHODALO self, the guy started apologizing. I said, well, sorry to say, I'm not bringing Akpata and IGHODALO a level of law or this thing. They're not the same level. If you want to, let's say, want to use CV on both of them, they're not on the same level.
Well, Akpata was my NBA chairman.
What is NBA? Anybody can be NBA chairman.
No, Akpata is just 51 years old.
No,
64.
What I'm saying.
We voted for as NBA president. You must have something about you. It's not.
No, I'm not saying. Listen, NBA. You can't use NBA. Being an NBA chairman is an elective position. Everybody campaign to become. It's not an appointment to say is what you've achieved that they're going to make you an NBA chairman. It's an elected position. They run election. We're talking about people that have 10. If you look at the the business law cases, Asue, Banwo, and the IGHODALO, they've won compared to what Akpata has done in his own law firm. It's like night and day.
Akpata practices business law as well, or is
yes. He does that too.
Law is he practicing? Is he
almost the same kind of law that
is he a litigator or?
In Nigeria, I think all lawyers make mix it up. We have a very sound lawyer in the house.
It's just like
IGHODALO is not a litigator.
He used to be a litigator before he now became a business lawyer.
Because if he was a litigator, he would have been a son by now.
No. He used to be a litigator.
Why all these arguments about these two people? The difference is very. Hold on. Let me.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me make it very clear. One of them is a founding partner, and the other one is just a partner in a firm. So that alone should tell you the difference. One is a founding partner. The other.
We might not know. We might not have.
Call their name.
Hold on now. That's what I'm saying.
As a barrister that you are, please break it down. What does it mean?
Osa, you say Asue IGHODALO is a founding partner. Akpata is a member of a group. That's how so that we know. You break it down for us. When you say one is a founding partner, one is a. You don't know who we are talking about.
The layman's explanation.
Okay, let me borrow from Mr. Tedo. May I speak for
Pidgin English? Make everybody.
You know, say you use 2 cents. Me go use 1 kobo. May I give them my 1 kobo?
Okay, go ahead.
So my 1 kobo be this. Asue IGHODALO Naim be one of the partners. Where start, form, found. When you go CAC, when you go where they register company, you'll see his name there as the person where start this firm.
Okay.
So from when he think for a head, from when he begin put them together, Naim they there.
Okay.
That is Asue.
Okay.
For Olumide come meet his brother for Lagos when he'd already start the firm. So not be him actually get the idea. That is why not be him be founder. Founder and a person where get the idea, now he conceive him. So that alone put the two of them for different buckets. Then if you then go further, yes, Olu one time now NBA chairman, which is a good fit, and which is about the only office we can say that Olu has attained that side of
Law.
well, still within the law circle,
Mm-hmm.
because it's still within NBA. But if you look at
IGHODALO.
who is his senior colleague, his senior for bar, he don't hold office for national level as chairman of Nigeria Economic Summit Group. That one not be small thing. That one are like a public office as well for I think 4 years. And then I don't want to talk about the other chairmanship position where we all know. But that alone don't already put the two of them for different level. So make a leave on like that. The two of them smart. The two of them sabi. But in terms of CV, which you can see on LinkedIn, not the way person go hide again, AI edges it over Olu. And Olu know. Both of them know. So make a leave and there like that.
Thank you, Mr. Osa. Oh, sorry. I have to be. Thank you, Barrister Osa, for giving us. That is why I called you into the matter. So you can enlighten us properly on their backgrounds and education. But this is not, like I said before, this is not a campaign. This is not a program to campaign for anybody. We are talking about general.
I just put some. I just posted. Let me post some. Let me post the CV there so that people can read. I just put it on the chat.
For giving that to us. We're talking about zoning and whether it gives unity and division. Everybody in the house has spoken. Mr. Osa, you didn't really speak, but you just gave us an insight about two of the candidates. Yes, it is. It's kind of funny when people talk about the barristers and the ballot, and they don't talk about the APC candidates. Is because he's not a barrister, or people?
No, maybe because his name not sweet for mouth like that.
No, I buy. What do you do because his name is not sweet?
I just joke.
I'm just messing around with you too.
Yeah.
Yes, but if we have details, I like to share. After the last time in the house, I want people to share information with me so that I can read about his resume. I know resume is not a yardstick to great governance. I am not saying that. It is. But it gives us standard on what we present or what is presented to the people. Let us take
exactly
out of the way. A surgeon, a neurosurgeon, a doctor, a lawyer, seasoned ones. These people have put their effort, they have put a lot into them to improve themselves. They have done well for themselves. These are the people we want to come, because whether we like it or not, by the next time we are seeking for new candidates, a lot of people will be in their 50s and 60s. And we keep asking ourselves, what happened in the last 8 years? What did we give or what did we get? These are things we have been doing this since 1999.
If I may
we should make sure we make the right decisions going further. We cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. So when it comes to Edo politics, we have to put ourselves together, ensure that standards are given. So we can have a governor that will do things like he has done in his own home, like he has done in his own business. Even if he tries and he fails, we would understand because success has its own. Some people fail and they learn from their lessons. Some people don't fail. I don't believe I am not the best person, but I call it the win or learn. I don't want to lose. I never want to lose. But that doesn't mean I succeed all the time. So we always want to learn. If we can have that in our governors, in our chairmen, in our House of Rep leaders, and all, we'll have a better governance in our country.
Yeah.
Anyways, we have hit the third hour back.
Like Junior, like
Everything,
you said,
yes.
A CV does not make you a good governor. Well, I might disagree with you. When you go for a job, a good leader or a good governor.
Yes.
Because when anybody goes for any interview, you go with your CV. Nobody will hire you without a CV for a professional job. You must show your CV.
Yes.
And I can bet you.
How many CVs out there are authentic?
But that's why IGHODALO CV is 100%
Okay, can I say something, please? Let's narrate.
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute each before we round up.
Okay. Can I say something? Yeah.
Go ahead. 1 minute.
When we set up our companies, you look at the banks, look at the oil companies. They'll tell you we need a 2-1. We need this experience, and without those experiences, please you won't be considered. But then, when we are now looking for someone to pilot the affairs of an entire state that has those companies inside the state, we then say experience, resume doesn't matter. I don't think that is right.
You have come with a good logic, but again, our institutions have 2-1s and first class all handling them. What has it brought to us?
Yeah, perhaps because those running the states are not putting the policies to make those companies better.
No,
that is why we need.
I don't think it's always so, because sometimes these people that come with 2-1 resumes are not even 2-1 quality.
Well, when we talk, that's a different thing entirely.
When we talk about quality,
hold on. We have seen the experience. We have seen these people's. We have seen the experience of Asue IGHODALO. He has set up the company and all of that. We've seen Olu Akpata has done so well for MBA, done so well for himself. So in terms of whether they have the resumes,
when you say seen or we have read, are you saying we have seen or we have read?
We have seen. We have seen it now. It's all there.
You must be more enlightened because probably because of your professional field. But all I know about these people is what I have read. I have not seen.
So I know Junior. I have not seen Junior do something, but that's what he does because I can see the reports. So you don't have to physically see it, be there because you're not in the same industry, the same field, but you can read it. You can see him chairing the different whatever. How has he done? You can see Olu, chairman of MBA. What did he do? So those are the things. Without knowing what these people have done, without showing me what you've done, I will not hire you. If I haven't seen your work, why will I hire you to do that job for me?
I said that is going back to what we are saying. We are talking about the same thing. But again, the big resume.
And then hold on. There's also what they call transferable skills. If I don't have that skill, you look at. Let me give an example of. Let me use football. If you can't play as a winger, then if you can't play as a winger, you can't even play a position in any of the on the pitch because that's how football is these days. Look at Saka, for example. He has played how many positions, and then it tells you he can transfer his skills from a right back to a left back to a winger, even as a center midfield or a striker. So transferable skills are what we are looking at. None of them contesting has ever been a governor. But what skills, what experience do they have that we can say they will transfer into governance? That is what we are looking at. as an HRO person or employment person, or if you want to hire someone, you would ask, what have you done? Tell me a time you've done this. Tell me a time you've done that. Because you want to know what this person has done, so you can tell if you will fit into your organization. That is very straightforward.
Okay, thank you. Like I said earlier on, you are campaigning.
Okay, so you say you gave me one. Let me talk now. You say you gave me 1 minute.
Okay, your 1 minute. Okay.
Like let me piggyback from what Osa just said. If you say their CV, if you look at Asue IGHODALO's CV, I'm not campaigning for him. I'm just saying, if you look at the CV, Banwo and IGHODALO, I was with somebody yesterday. He told me the deals that they've closed, that Banwo and IGHODALO, they've closed $2.something billion worth of deals, 3-point-something. So it's a very successful law firm. He took Sterling Bank from where they are before to where they are today, before he retired. He took Nigerian breweries from where they were before to where they are today. So the CV speaks for itself. You understand? So it's not like he's just saying he's running, he's just saying he's carrying big CV without anything to show for it. His law firm alone that they built from the scratch to the top is one of the top law firms in Nigeria today to close business deals in Nigeria and all over the world. That is for facts. You know what they say, go and verify, go and verify. He took Sterling Bank from where they were before to where they are today. Go and verify. He took Nigerian breweries from where they were before to where they are today. Go and verify. He was advisor boards of MTN. So I mean, the man's CV is large, is heavy, and the thing about the man is not a pompous man. If you see him, you see that he's very down to earth person. He's not that kind of.
You are campaigning.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Okay, sorry. The only thing that you will see in his hand is.
Can I come in?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, I want to disagree with the last person that there was a write-up you put up. Someone was talking about empathy. You know, see, this is where we get it wrong. You know, when you are in government, you are managing resources of a state or a country, and we cannot sacrifice competence on the altar of empathy. Yeah, it's good to have empathy. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we must not, because of empathy, put incompetent people there. So you don't manage resources with empathy.
Thank you.
With competence, and you know, so somebody with experience of managing huge resources like IGHODALO or somebody or Akpata, whoever, they will bring that experience of how to manage resources. You know, how to use resources judiciously, not just empathy. Yeah, you can have empathy. You can be. We don't run government on sentiments and empathy. You know, so I beg to differ and say that this man has empathy. That means that qualifies him to be governor. No, I disagree on that. It's not about empathy. Although empathy is good, but at the same time, we cannot sacrifice competence on the altar of empathy.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Victor.
Wait, Michael Osen. So that brought to the. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
And that brought to our subject. So you now me say everything I talk so now. So Obaseki'S since no go rob Asue. As this case free?
No. Let me tell you one thing. Sorry to cut you short. Asue is not IGHODALO is not a pushover. Obaseki will not be able to dictate to Asue IGHODALO on what to do for Edo State.
No, hold on. You're getting it wrong. You mean the sins of Obaseki right now? No, politics. Some people that like him. His sins now. That's people that don't like him. Now, would that affect Asue chances of?
Yeah, to me, the sins of people that don't like
you, that is normal. You know, it's politics. You know, okay, right now Tinubu is in power. Everybody don't like Tinubu.
That's right.
People like, so people don't like. There is no leader or governor that everybody in the country likes. Even though showing that people are praising, people see. You see, had critics when he was in government. So
till tomorrow.
Yeah. So don't expect everybody to like you. You know, it's normal, because if everybody likes you, that means you are not doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, you must have opposition. You must have critics. You know, even in advanced countries in America, Biden has critics. Everybody don't like Biden.
Even in his own party.
So for me, that is not even an issue. I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We don't reach our 3 hours mark.
I bet may continue now. It's in the sweet.
Yeah, no, we have done
I like the joke.
Yes, we enjoy the program. I like to encourage people to come early enough because we sit here, we do 3 hours in a stretch without, and it's very interesting. It's encouraging. Well, first, nobody has clicked the thumbs up on the YouTube, or the people on Facebook, and they've not hit like button. Well, please subscribe, share, and like. Now we have to round up. We have done the 3 hour mark. We thank everybody on the channel, in the studio, YouTube, Twitter, and I think Instagram and Facebook. The show continues. This is the show that we discuss unbiased and unreserved topic relating with Edo across the world and at home. So before I leave today, I want to give an African proverb that says, when brothers fight to the death, the stranger inherits their father's land. This should be taught amongst the people. Edo is one. Edo is for us all. Whatever governor we have tomorrow, regardless of the party, regardless of his demographic, regardless of his religion or color, he has to make Edo great. So I say once again, thank you all for coming. Thank you for giving me the time. Thank you, my co-hosts. Thank you, the men in the studio. Thank you for all those on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. We see you all again in the nearest future. Messages will be passed across for the next round for episode 9. Thank you for coming. Have a good day. I'm out.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank
See
you.
you guys later.
Bye bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.